How many sessions have we had so far?
This is 21.
No, this is
This is
22 actually.
This is 22.
Yeah, we spent 22 Wednesdays together.
Wow.
Jesus.
We've technically spent more than that because sometimes
Yeah.
we do one shots.
One shot.
Casually fights with level 20 characters for fun.
Wins both games.
Okay. Did I use the same character both times?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your
okay.
Sekiro ninja.
Dude, that was my first time playing a monk, and I think I'm addicted to monks now. I've made like 3 monks.
I mean, they're OP.
Dude, I actually
Wow.
love monks now. And it's not that hard to grasp, but like you can if you've played fighter or if you've played barbarian, you can play monk. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm starting to like tell players when I introduce them to the game, maybe you'll like monk. It's not what you think it is.
What about Monk? I missed that whole fight. I wish I was a part of it, but
I think it was recorded, wasn't it?
No, I didn't record.
Yeah. We had badass music. Passion's basically character he used to throw chaoticness into the fight. This little halfling guy was so cool. The way he's worded the stuff was so cool. And just some of the shit that happened, I feel like there was a couple times where players deliberately did shit that wasn't necessarily beneficial to winning the fight because it seemed cool.
Putting somebody in a bubble that was indestructible. Yep.
Yep.
That was just funny. All right.
Sheep.
That was really funny.
A fight
I
on the
love-
ceiling.
oh
Yeah, dude. So Passion made a full-blown samurai, and I made a shinobi. Right?
Ooh.
I think he went full 20 levels of fighter samurai, and I went 10. I went 9 and 11. Sorry, all were they different? I went 11 and 9 with monk and fighter, so I could get battle master and monk stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And basically, just imagine this fucking leprechaun looking halfling who's casting magic by flipping a coin decides to 180 the gravity up to 100 feet in the air.
Oh yeah.
You see the samurai fucking come crashing in, superhero lands on the ceiling, and then the shinobi just lightly falling onto it, and then they fucking duke it out on the roof.
That was fun.
Mind you, there is no roof. It's an artificial ceiling. It's like a see-through fake ceiling made 100 feet in the air. You can see the dust particles laying there. You can see arrows and beads that were fired, just chilling.
What was the spell that you cast? Reverse
gravity.
Yeah.
That was so cool.
Yeah, reverse gravity is a beautiful spell. So were they in melee range fighting each other on the roof?
Yes.
Yeah.
It wasn't really a roof though. Like I said, it was fake ceiling because it maxes out at 100 feet, and it basically makes a fake ground.
It was like a barrier.
You could have just insta-killed both of them. Why didn't you do
I
the
wasn't
combo?
playing Thaddeus.
But what
Just
happened
let
after
it.
that is he dispelled it
also-
because
So
My monk didn't take fall damage.
yeah,
every
he
time
has
he
feather
got
falling,
180'd.
feather fall, right? But
Mhm.
then I was gonna die when he undone the reverse gravity. So then we had this moment where my samurai and the leprechaun looks at each other and then nod, and the leprechaun teleports me or the samurai and himself towards the shinobi. Right?
ooh,
That's how it went. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so my turn, I reverse gravity. They were fighting up there for a bit and came back to my turn. I'm like, all right, I want more chaos. So I released the spell. And as Passion's character was falling, I was like, all right, we're going to use scatter because we're in range. And I'm just going to put us directly over next to Ninja Man to continue this fight because I don't want a ranged battle when one of the characters is just melee or mainly melee.
I had a bow, but it was very painful to use it.
Yeah, I didn't even have a bow. I had a fucking sling, but it did mad damage because of some monk buffs, and I could fire it as bonus actions.
nice.
In the last battle, I was just playing a merchant.
Ooh.
Level 20
Yeah,
merchant.
with 10 enchanted items on him.
Yeah,
He was
somehow a
basically
merchant
untouchable
got
until
broken
we
through.
damage him enough. What was it?
They started
Basically-
focusing on my character just to destroy my magic items because every time I dropped down to 0 HP, it broke one of my magic items and then I was brought back to 1 HP. And that kept going for so long
One sec.
until I was killed.
I got turned into an ape at one point.
I think
Yeah,
someone
I
was
used
turned into a
mass
T-Rex.
polymorph, and I was like, all right, who's gonna resist and who's just gonna try and save? And everyone's like, I'm gonna save. I'm like, cool. Well, me and one of the people that failed turned into kaiju. Everybody else, you're just you.
Yeah. Wait, did you turn me into King Kong and you into Godzilla? Is that
No,
what
I turned
happened?
myself into a T-Rex, and you.
I
into a
know,
giant
but that
ape.
was right. But that's basically King Kong Godzilla.
That's copyright, is what that is.
Okay, my bad. My bad.
But we could have had like, I don't know if we could have had a kraken, but we could have had a giant octopus or
Yeah,
like a
kaiju.
stegosaurus or a brontosaurus or like
Did
all this
anybody
other-
did
Yo,
anybody
purple
bring
worm?
shapeshift?
I don't think so.
Nobody turned into a dragon mid fight? Oh, come on.
I don't even know how to make a character that can shapeshift. If I'm being honest, I'm not very good at casters, as you can probably tell.
I think a druid, a high level druid can.
I remember like a couple of years ago when I first bought that like Roll20 subscription.
Mhm.
One of the players I was playing with, she was like, teehee, some of my character is like really like homebrew. Just don't worry about it, okay? And I was looking at the sheet and it says like at level, she was a druid, but she was using a circle I didn't know about, and I was pretty sure it was homebrewed. At level 2, she could turn into a dragon.
Circle of kick your ass right
Aha,
now.
teehee, don't look at my
See, don't look
broke
at my
ass.
homebrew. I was like,
That-
yeah, I might give you that feat later on, but not at level 2. And she's like, okay.
Yeah, so just like a somewhat longer recap, at least from when we got here. Like not just where we are, but the town itself.
Okay.
If we could go that far.
I can certainly try to remember everything that happened to this point. In less detail, of course. Right. So, after exiting the Lonely Crow, your group has traveled down the main road, heading towards Rain, your next destination, which, unfortunately, you were deviated from as you found a bunch of thugs on the road after you rescued Horton Grassbottle from a ditch being stuck underneath his own cart. You rescued him and then went ahead, found the thugs that robbed him, as well as you found a ranger that was with those thugs, who escaped you by sheer luck, perhaps. From there, you've headed with Horton and the goods that you've retrieved towards Digval, where his father's shop resides. Within Digval, certain personal affairs happened between a couple of individuals from your group, and they went their own separate ways. Within Digvo, you spend about a week going about your businesses, dealing with whatever you needed to, as well as requesting certain goods that you needed making or finding. After that week, by the last day, Thaddeus has managed to speak to Ardek of the Guard, a local captain, that offered him a job that if you were able to clear the lowest mine of the western God's Tier impact crater, you would be handsomely rewarded, as your negotiations proved useful for this reward. From there, you've traveled down the crater and you've found yourselves at the very last level of the mine, the abandoned mine. You entered in, and not shortly after your entrance, you found yourselves attacked by a shadowy creatures inside of this night sky feeling crater or mine, pardon me. You've followed the shadows led by Ash's feeling inside of his heart, the drawstring that's attached to him, that's pulling him towards this place. There you faced off a couple of undead, manipulated or puppeteered by the shadows, and you managed to overcome them. You've taken a short rest, and following after where one of the shadows was heading, you found yourselves in the present situation. As you entered the cave, you've realized that there's a large body of something that's no longer alive, laying in the middle of it. And Strife took the initiative as he grabbed the bead that was given to him by Danko, and he was about to chuck it towards that thing in the middle. So, Strife,
Yeah.
what is it? Are you throwing it?
Yeah, so seeing it, knowing shadows ran off here, I'm going to. We'll see it. Well, I put it together. Let's see if my boy here puts it together. Oh,
I don't think he does.
he's like, buddy. I really wanted to do it, but I guess I will.
Oh wait, is that? I thought you were saying that if he puts together that Oswald killed the shadow that was heading here.
No, I think it's Strife didn't realize the bodies were being possessed.
I see.
Would that be
What?
wisdom or intelligence? Actually,
Well, I think it's more of an intelligence, but wisdom's fine.
yeah.
So, up to you.
I'm still holding my beat. Whatever. I won't do it.
Okay.
Worst case scenario, it wakes up and we do it anyway.
Come here, Cinder. Too dark.
Hides behind don't hide. Hides behind naughty.
Can you refresh the map real quick?
Yeah. Also, I can't remember what buffs did I have up and were they still up?
How do I refresh
We
the map?
just finished our short rest. Just drag us to another map and then
Nothing.
drag us
We
back.
don't have anything up right now.
My I don't want to sound like I'm metagaming because I can see where this is going, but I really want to pop my thing, but I don't know why. I don't know if Strife would.
Just be wary.
Yeah, I'll be
Yeah,
wary.
just be worried.
I get it back on short rest, so it's not a big deal if I pop it. I'm gonna pop like in transformation.
Okay, so all of you, one by one, enter this space, and within the shadows, you manage to see this shape of a large, somewhat humanoid creature, but much, much larger. And you can see bones and decaying flesh as it's laying on its basically stomach, face down, with tiny beads of light floating within the area.
I'm gonna look back to Thaddeus and say, "Do you know what that is?"
Looks like a feast.
Looks a little too rotten to be a feast.
I wouldn't
Are you sure about that?
worry so
Anakin?
much about that as I would. And it'll just point at the wisps.
Those little light balls are troublesome.
They're distracting.
Don't go into the light, Dunko.
Mm,
It's weird
I
calling you.
kinda wanna.
now.
I kinda want to tell Budo to just go and take one of them out.
You know the deal.
Yeah, I'll try it. If the group thinks it's a good idea to get rid of the wisps, what did they do to us last time? I can't remember.
Nothing.
Oh.
Distract
Like literally, they didn't attack at all.
No, they attacked. They just didn't do anything.
Oh,
Yeah,
like they just didn't hit, or their attack did nothing.
Arguably both. In character,
Okay.
they did nothing.
They didn't manage
Okay.
to hurt any of us.
I guess I would still be wary of him. I guess I'm not going to do that. In that case, should I just slowly approach this thing, or like should we go around it? What do we want to do?
I mean,
Roll
what do you think
stealth.
you'll find on that thing?
If you're stealth, roll stealth checks.
Well, we're definitely stealthing, so
Did you do your D100s today?
Oh, you know what? Let me do that real
glad I didn't, because every time I roll that first, I get dog shit rolls the rest of the day.
Oh, ho, ho.
Oh.
I mean, this butter. No, you guys, you forget.
This is
This
the end.
means this
This
means
is
that
the
Butter's
end.
gonna
This
have
is
Yeah,
really good
Butter's
rolls.
Butter's gonna have a good day.
The
Oh,
lower you roll, the better.
oh.
You know, last time my previous D100 was an actual 100, so like this is very weird for me.
Oh.
So this is like one after the other, 100 and
Yeah,
then
see,
now one.
I rolled an 11 on my D100, but I got 17 on stealth. That means my rolls are gonna be good.
Okay, so
yeah, I
half.
rolled.
20 stealth,
Damn.
17.
Oh, I don't have disadvantage.
Come on, guys.
Again, thank you.
17.
Hey, yo.
Oh, that's survival.
Oh,
Oh, come on. see?
bruh, completely different stat.
I missed
Clonk,
it by
clonk,
one.
clonk, clonk.
Butter,
Missed it by one.
our theory was supposed to work.
Ha!
I need to make a character sheet for your dog. I feel like.
Okay.
But not
Yeah,
today.
I think.
I know what he does, so I can just like look it up on. Like,
Yeah, can you
D&D
just
on-
quickly roll for the dog as well? Stealth. I'm pretty sure it
yeah,
has
yeah, hold on,
advantage.
let me-
Or not advantage, it has bonus. Plus
yeah.
6 or something.
Give me. I think it's a +5, but let me just check. Bro, hold on. I gotta find the page for it. Death Dog Roll20.net. So perception +5, stealth +4. So /roll d20 +4.
Okay.
Me and dog will be stealthing. Okay. Since I already planned on like investigating, and since me and my dog rolled the highest, I guess that's what we're gonna do. I kind of want to check out this one over here. And I'll send my dog to check out the other one, see what they do. So I'll head.
D20. Oh, animal handling basically.
Oh yeah, I'll do that first. I'll still commit, but
Your dog's just sat at the entrance.
that's not the worst thing that can happen.
True.
I always forget. Okay, so oh yeah, I forgot you can just like right click your token. I always forget you can do that. Okay, I'm gonna head up over here to this. That was 40 movement. What the fuck is this then? Hello?
What is where? Sorry.
Oh, here, I'll move back a little bit. I went this far, 40.
Yeah.
I'm heading towards the wisp.
Okay.
Then
You walk up to the wisp, and are you doing anything? Do you have a plan or?
not really. I'm transformed right now, but that's about it. Like I haven't done anything yet.
So you see this bead of light as you walk up to it. It just floats in the air, and as you step closer, it begins to descend towards you, and it sits down on your shoulder.
Is it Docile?
Does 17
Oh.
hit?
I'm likened. Doesn't lichen give me a +1?
I don't remember what your armor class is.
Hold on, let me look. Resilient hide, you have resistance to this. +1, yeah. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I gain a +1, so I'm at 18 AC right now, so no, that's one blow.
Okay. So you feel a gentle tingle on your shoulder as it touches upon you. And then it floats away again. What's everyone else doing then?
always forget.
Stuck in a queue.
Dunkel applies a red X on the wall
Oh
near
wait,
him.
are you still not loaded?
No, I'm just stuck in a queue of bodies.
Oh. Right.
Dunkel applies a red X on the wall.
Okay.
What's happening?
Let's say the dog moves there. So it lets you pass.
I
Good
remember
luck.
I remember being able to get my AC to 19. I don't remember how I do it though.
Dunkel just sits down in front of the door.
Remember, those shadow things can slip through the door.
Hmm.
And it'll just give you a little bit less time to notice them. Be careful.
Okay.
Alright. So I kind of cautiously scan the room and look down this minecart pathway.
Okay. It
Watching.
bends beyond your view, so you don't know what's further down.
Okay.
Always one for caution. I'm just going to start to drain the heat out of this thing.
As this thing starts to get near my head, I kind of like lean back and duck around it to let it just do its thing. Kind of following it with my eyes.
Okay. What was the heat stop against?
The one near Strafe.
That one.
Yeah.
It's a 3. So
It's probably immune to it, but it falls under the condition prone if it isn't.
Just falls to the floor.
But you know, it's a wisp, so
yeah.
probably just fine.
Okay. So again, you see it flicker for a second, and the light comes back. And as it flickers, you see this mist, like evaporates off of it, and then coalesces around itself, and then heads back towards Thaddeus's hand.
I just rubbed the last little bit of frost off of my hands. Whew.
Just kind of.
It's best to take care of them now.
Do they seem to react to that at all?
Oh, it flickered.
Okay.
I'll see that he's like kind of being wary of it, so I'm gonna grab it in my hand and crush it.
Go ahead.
Oh.
Okay. You go ahead
Oh.
and you clasp your hands around it, and you see it just appears on the other side of your hands.
I crit. What the fuck?
It's immune to non-magical attacks.
Okay.
You hear another tingle, this time on your forearm, as it touches upon it and then floats away again.
I'm gonna do something unique that I haven't done before.
Okay.
I'm gonna pop my Crimson Right, but I'm not gonna pop it as. Should I just pop it as fire? I have options. I just always pop it as fire.
Yeah, stick with what you know best.
All right, I'm gonna pop it as fire. I'll try one more time.
Thaddeus, I'm gonna try something.
Wait, because you were trying to grab it. Then that's
This is like an actual like punch at it,
okay.
and that's the fire damage. If that's the only part that matters.
Go ahead and try and slice it, and like a what's it called? You know those like fluffy balls that fly in the air?
Yeah.
What are they called?
Cotton balls?
Um,
I don't know.
It's a seed of a flower. I just don't remember what it's called.
Dandelion?
Oh yeah, dandelion.
Tumbleweed or dandelion?
Yeah, dandelion, I think. Yeah, so like a dandelion, you try to catch it, and it just like swirls around, and you basically missed it.
Hey, Thaddeus,
Whatever.
I'm gonna
I'm
try
gonna keep my
something.
hands on fire, but yeah, that's. I'm just gonna ignore it for now.
This I almost want to put one of them in one of my pockets of my handy haversack.
So, Strife,
Mhm.
where you're standing right now in a puddle, and there's a constant dripping from the ceiling right next to you.
All right, I'm gonna look up.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
moist
Dripping.
ceiling.
Mmm,
Okay.
the word.
I'm gonna
Alright.
get out of the puddle.
There's a path that continues down here.
You see Dunkel pulls out a needle from one of his bag,
Oh no.
stabs the beast.
With a needle.
Fly. Yes, with the needle, and this is what it is.
You're dying. You touch a living creature that has 0 hit points, that creature becomes stable. Nothing happens.
Dead.
Yep. Strife
What is it? Does it
definitely
have
dead.
anything? Does it have anything on it, weapons wise, or like pouches wise?
Go ahead and roll perception.
This wisp needs to make another con save.
What, the will-o-wisp?
Yeah.
Did you hit heats up again?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Nope.
It's a 12.
Unless it's got a crazy bonus. But that's a total of 10 now.
Okay. And you see it begins to float towards you. Perception 20. Okay. What you see is hung of a dead meat. It's just corpse laying in the middle of this chamber. It has like a makeshift cloth to just cover its groin area, but it doesn't have anything on it. But what you can see is that its fists are bloodied. Even though it's super old blood, it's basically black.
It was punching things.
What do you see, Strife?
This thing's definitely dead, and it looks like it went out swinging.
Mm.
Or it was the favorite plaything of one of those shadows, and it's been used recently.
Ah.
I'm gonna go check somewhere real quick. Be right back.
Is this wisp following me?
I have an idea. Are there like any like holes in it?
Yeah, you can see plenty of holes within its body, exposing rib cage, stomach.
I'm gonna take a precaution. Somewhere mid-mass in the middle of its body, I'm going to carefully put my bead there.
Okay, yeah. Go
like,
ahead
inside of them.
and roll dexterity with advantage.
Thank God.
Alright.
Yeah, so you find a hole on the right side of its ribcage as it's laying face down, and you crouch down. You put your hand inside, and you can feel this not anymore wet, it's just dry, and it's giving way as your hand's pushing
Blech.
through. And
Blech.
you've skinned a lot of animals and like gutted them, so you know what the heart feels like. So once you get to the heart, or what you presume as a heart, you leave your bead there and you pull out your hand. And you just see this like grayish matter that's left on your hand.
Okay. All right, Ash, Thaddeus. If this thing ever gets up, aim for the heart.
Uncle,
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
you see plenty of crates. Most of
Don't go
them destroyed, except for the one in the middle.
Don't go investigates all of them.
Right. Most of them are empty. And
Mhm.
even if they have something inside of them, it's just like a coal or very basic materials. And then the one in the middle seems to be nailed shut.
Junko has the supplies to this one. Goes into his bag and I think I have a crowbar.
I need another
Yeah,
con save,
I
by
do.
the way.
Junko pulls out a crowbar from his backpack. And then begins to unhinge the box.
Total of 13 damage done to it.
Watch there be a shadow in that box.
Unlucky.
Junko's hoping for loot.
Greed.
Hey, so do you have a crowbar?
Yes.
Are you trying to open it?
Yes.
Okay, Thaddeus 18 against you.
That hits.
Okay. You take 6 lightning damage as you feel this current goes through your arm towards your body.
The barrier that's still around me sort of like wraps around the wisp as it comes in contact with me and absorbs the electricity as Thaddeus sort of reels back his hand. Part of the barrier noticeably missing now. As I take no damage, but my ward does.
Okay, Danko, if you would like to open the crate, that would be a strength check.
Would that be at advantage because I'm using a crowbar? No.
Not really.
By the way, that's
Okay.
Oswald.
13.
18. This is Oswald.
Oh, sorry.
Damn.
Whoa,
Uncle got strong today.
Danko's been gymming.
Bro.
Uncle.
He's been benching, bro.
He's been benching for the loot competitions.
Okay,
He
so
started asking for help. to
these
get
are
loot.
large crates. So about where your head is about how high the crate is. So you go ahead and you find a wedge in between the lid of the crate and the wall of the crate, and you put the crowbar in, and when you feel it's secure, you jump up and like put your armpits on the crowbar, and using your body weight, you push it down, and you hear just like bang as two of the nails just go flying, and then the lid
Mhm.
pops open.
Uncle would grab the nails and look inside the chest.
I know my dog. I know I nat one's my animal handling, but can I like tell my dog like, hey, be on guard?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm gonna give him that command. If I can, I kind of
Okay.
want to move him a little closer.
Looking inside, Danko. One sec. If I had the document open, it would have been much easier. You basically open the cart, or no cart. You open the crate, and it's filled completely with ore.
Opens bag of holding. Starts putting everything inside of it.
Okay.
I don't know if this is you having like insane map making skills or like if this is meant to be here.
What is?
I think I see a body over here.
Ping it. Yeah.
Yep.
Drive, what's your passive? 14.
You zoomed.
So, coming up next to this, just left skeleton at this point, you find that in the crate next to you, it's filled with ore as well. And then you notice something here. There's a cloth, and it's covering something.
What's the shape of the thing it's covering?
There's plenty of shapes.
Oh. Okay. With my right hand, I'm going to get ready to grab anything that comes out. Left hand, I'm going to unveil it.
You go ahead and you unveil it.
I'm ready action grabbing, by the way.
And the cloth goes flying, and what you see underneath it is just some mess kit. But one thing that's laying there is a tiny piece of metal, shaped specifically for purpose.
What?
A shank.
Not quite. It's a
A
key.
A gadget. A gadget.
I'm going to pick it up. What does it look like?
It's a small iron key with a loop on one end, and then a straight line, and then just a normal traditional lock key.
Alright, I bring the light over to you while you're examining stuff.
I imagine it's kind of small in his hand, so he's going to hold it between his index finger and his thumb and show it
Yeah,
to Ash.
it's not a large key. It's especially in Strive's hand. Danko.
The beast puzzle.
Are you... How much of the ore are you packing into the bag?
He's trying to pack everything, even the coals.
Okay.
How big is the crate?
Oswald is keeping an eye on Dunkel specifically. Once again.
I have my dog watching the creature on alert if he's going to listen.
Okay, so
Also need another con save.
He's zapping
will
again.
do.
Also, that wisp is getting awfully close to it.
Yeah,
One
that one was
moment.
following me around for some reason.
I wonder what will happen if it touched my Warforged. Sorry, Steel Defender.
I don't know if that's how you spell ways, but I'll take it.
Holy snaps.
Weighs.
I'm going to throw that key into my pouch, and I'm going to look inside this if I can.
You get the feeling that that wisp either likes you or your dragon very much. Okay,
Hey, yo, that wisp.
same for you, Thaddeus. And
He's
making the
on
con
Thaddeus. That's fucked up.
fail again. How much is it? 7 this time.
7. So a total of 20.
It's not as bright as it was before, but it's still there.
Alright. Let me just double check something real quick.
I'm gonna have produce flame in one hand and then pet Cinder to see how they're doing.
I'm gonna expend a spell slot and use shield.
Right.
Armor class of 20,
Okay.
and as a result, my ward heals 2 hit points because that's a first level spell.
Damn, dude, you're kind of like stacking on stacking stuff right now, dude.
No,
You're
you
fucking strong.
heal when you cast shield. Okay.
Yeah, but he's only got a limited spell slot, so it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
I can heal my ward if I use an abjuration spell by twice the spell level.
Okay. Sorry. So Ash, what were you doing? And Strife?
I'm casting produce flame just to ignite my hand, and then pet Cinder to see how they're doing.
Cinder's doing okay. A bit timid. There's you can see that Cinder's having difficulty in this space.
Everyone's having difficulty in this space.
You said there was ore in here?
Yeah.
What kind? What do I see?
You see, I'll tell you right now. You see 7 large vein or large ores of this brownish looking metal.
It's probably iron.
Is it more red or more yellow?
I actually don't know.
Iron is more red.
So more red.
Copper is more yellow.
More red, yeah.
Okay.
Not really interested in that. Would I notice this little speck in the wall here? What is that? Or is that anything?
It's ore within the wall.
What does it look like?
It's white-ish metal.
Is it the
You've seen
same
it
that
before.
It's silver.
I'm gonna try this again. I want to try and like attempt to like grab it in the wall and pull it out because I feel like that'd be badass as hell.
That's against you, Thaddeus, by the way.
Alright. It also needs a con save.
Okay.
They're just having this little fight back and forth. They're like, no, you, no,
Yeah,
you, no, you.
Thaddeus is
You're just going about your business, and you can just see Thaddeus standing there, and there's a wisp flying around, and ever so often you just hear.
Yeah, you know what it is? It's a fucking mosquito, and Thaddeus is swatting at it.
Yeah. Okay. So that's 9, and then that's not 1.
Okay, well, it takes another 6.
So this time, as it touches you, it withers away into
It comes
nothingness.
in contact with my barrier, and I just sap all of, like, I squeeze it really hard with the barrier, and just pull out all of the heat as like I'm wringing out a rag of water.
Okay.
Thaddeus is just a fly zapper.
What do you want me to roll to attempt to pull this out of the wall with just my hands?
Go ahead, use your best skill.
Okay.
Not quite enough to pull it out of the wall.
Punch a hole into rock and grab out.
Is that pick broken? There?
Yep.
Is the head of it still intact?
Yeah, the head's intact.
Okay, can I just use the head to attempt to chisel this out?
Sure. Roll an attack. Not adding your proficiency, but adding your strength. Or dexterity, your choice.
Plus, yeah, I'll add strength, +4.
18. Not quite. You begin to see that a piece of rock is starting to chip off, but not enough where you will be capable of pulling it out of the wall.
Hey, Strife, do you
I'm gonna
repair that item?
say again.
Do you need me to repair them?
Sure. If it won't take you too long, I'll grab the stick from it. And,
I'll be right back.
Toss him the rest of it.
I'm going to start
Dunkel,
spinning. slowly.
Dunkel brings in front of him his wood carvers and his basic tinkers tools and starts to work on it.
Okay.
He would also use mending to assist in fixing this item.
Alright, while they're doing that, I'm gonna start kind of spinning in a circle a little bit. Twisting around to see if the wisp is trying to like be behind me in a certain orientation or will spin around with me. Let's see what it does, basically.
So you're starting to spin around with
Yes,
the
I'm
will-o-wisp
spinning
next to
around in place and seeing if it does anything.
Bum, 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 bum.
So it goes ahead and tries to touch your shoulder, and then it touches your armor, and you can
Okay.
feel this gentle zap, but it doesn't phase you. And then you begin to turn around and round, and the will-o-wisp slowly begins to go the same direction, and is trying to follow the same shoulder that I was trying to touch before.
Alright, so I stop. And
Roll Constitution saving throw.
okay. Constitution. 4.
You're dizzy, but you're okay. Okay, Danko. You managed to fix the broken pig's handle within about 6 minutes time.
Let's fucking go! I was thinking 10 minutes, but shorter the better.
Weird.
There you go, Strife.
Hmm.
Dunkel tosses the pickaxe to Strife. And then Dunkel proceeds to look inside the barrel.
Okay. You have to do a small climb, unless you're using your steel defender to let you,
Most like,
just stand on it.
yeah.
Inside you see what probably used to be clean water for drinking, but now the barrel is half full and the water is really nasty, very muddy.
Dunkel pours out the water.
As in, just topples over the barrel?
Yep.
Okay, easily done. You go ahead and tip over the barrel, and all of the gunk is just spilling out.
I did a service.
Begins to walk away.
Bruh.
Okay, so you do have a pickaxe now.
Alright, I'm gonna try this again with an actual pick.
Okay.
Same thing. The add
You're
proficiency or no
proficient with
proficiency?
simple weapons,
Yeah.
and then you can add your proficiency.
Bruh.
19. You managed to chisel that one out.
Cool. I got some silver.
Takes you
Hey.
a
Wait, hold on. I'm in my
Couple
lichen
minutes.
form right now, and I'm touching silver.
Uh-oh. This was a
Oh,
terrible
you're not
idea.
touching silver yet.
Okay.
You
So
tried to
you
grab it with your fist.
yeah, you chisel, and then you finally hit it last time, and it just like boom, 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 falls onto
I'm
the
just
ground.
curious what happens if I even touch silver in this form.
I don't know.
Do you
Alright,
pick it
I'm
up?
gonna go pick it up. I'm gonna pick it up.
Okay.
I'm curious what his rules are on me even touching silver.
So you go ahead and pick up the silver. And the second your fingers touch it, you feel this searing sensation in your fingertips, and you take 4.
Ooh,
What kind of damage actually?
it'd probably be radiant.
Yeah, that's what
Maybe
I was
radiant,
thinking. Yeah, radiant.
And lycanthropes are vulnerable to silver-based damage.
Yeah, so I would take double that actually. So
Like 8.
yeah.
Do you drop it or
Ouch.
do you continue holding it?
Yes, I literally drop it. I drop it the moment it sends.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a step back from it, and then
Do you say silver?
yeah, he's gonna look at the burn on his hand and say, "I don't think I should touch that."
Silver is a very precious metal.
Also, over the course of 6 minutes, I'm pretty sure Thaddeus would have started to deal with that wisp as well.
Hey,
Okay. Roll the first one for it. That's a 10.
5 damage.
Okay.
that
Ooh.
one wasn't attacking me. I don't know what they want though. Oh,
Nope. Danko, you feel this gentle electric shock go through your shoulder.
What do you guys? So, what do you guys reckon? Should we just destroy the body or just move on?
Let's eat it.
We're not
no,
eating that.
no, we're not eating it. All right. So did you put away? Did you like bag up the silver, or did you want me to?
I
You already did
can't
that.
touch it, dude. I literally can't
All
touch
right,
it.
all right. So I pick up the silver and put it in the sack.
He's gonna show you the little burn on his hand now and say, silver no go for me.
And you can actually see like a gentle theme coming off of Stripes' fingertips.
Ooh. How much silver is there?
So it weighs 15 pounds.
15 pounds of
Ooh,
raw
that's-
silver.
That's not bad.
Oh, it's not
That's
raw
bad at all.
silver. There's some rock attached to it as well, but
Yeah, that's what I mean by raw.
oh
When
yeah.
it's processed, it's
My
definitely
bad,
not
my
15
bad.
pounds.
Not pure raw.
All right. So I'm gonna make this very clear to the other 3 characters. Like, put that bead in his heart. If you need to destroy him, aim for the heart. Let's move on.
Danko, 23.
23.
Oh, to hit.
This is element.
That's 11. 11
Oh.
lightning damage. As you feel this time, the shock goes through your shoulder and like actually travels down your chest towards your chest, and you can feel it like burn slightly in the
Wow.
inside.
The rod that was sticking out of Dunkel's backpack begins to light, and it absorbs half the damage.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Wait, did I just... I think I took away your HP by mistake. Yeah, I
We
did.
took away 2.
That's why I refixed it.
So it'd be
I'm
5
gonna-
damage taken away.
I'm going to go up to the wisp, my hand still flaming, and try to grab it.
Go ahead, roll athletics. Wait, athletics or acrobatics? Acrobatics, sorry. Your forte.
Well, if he's trying to grab it, it's athletics, right?
Athletics
Yeah.
is what I
Wait,
would roll.
yeah.
But whatever you
Yeah,
want to roll.
athletics. That was right. So 13 was
Oh
the
my
right
god,
one.
I'm sorry, I'm not with it
It's fine.
today.
It's fine. It's
Uh,
fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, so you try and grab it, and you think you hit it, but like you look to the side of your hand, and it's actually just floating behind your hand.
All right.
Anyone have a
So,
jar? Do we have a jar? Do we have like a vial?
Dunkel.
all right.
Do we have a magic jar?
I'm going to just open up one of the pockets of the extra dimensional haversack and try to
Scoop it in.
scoop it into the magic bag. Yeah,
Let's go.
Wait,
Okay.
there's no air in there though. Wait, I
it's
wouldn't know that.
undead. I don't know. It's a
Yeah, we don't know
spirit
what it
ball.
is. it either dies or it stays there, and we just have a wisp in a bag now.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll attack.
I think it's a spirit. Everything else is like there's an unsettling vibes.
Watch it cause
Alright.
Watch it cause like a fucking singularity to happen.
Bag attack.
Black hole opens.
Just normal.
25.
Bag attack.
You've
Bag
had enough
attack.
of it, and you grab a hover sack and you keep it open, and you see it float just above it, and you, with a swift motion, just move the hover sack up and immediately down, and then you look within, and there's just like a void, and the will-o-wisp is nowhere to be seen.
Alright, I just close. Let's close it tight in that one pocket. I'm just like, alright.
I'm kidding.
We have a battery now.
Yep.
Or a
Infinite
bomb.
electricity. Let's go.
Don't go like to the.
We have acquired power.
You see
So
as
we just need a magic
as the
jar now.
hover sack begins to emanate like yellow, purple, and blue lights in succession. Disco ball.
Disco ball mode activated. Alright, well that takes care of that.
Wait, unironically though, if we found like a lantern or something, we could just throw that in there.
Can
No,
I,
we just
can I
we
see
literally
the
just need a
hover
magic
stick?
jar so it can't
Yeah.
escape,
Magic jar time.
and then we have a.
If we find
Yes.
more of those, we're gonna put them all in that pocket. That way we can do that. We can literally have magic lights.
That could be cool. And Dunkel, maybe you can use it for some experiments involving electricity. Who knows?
What's electricity?
Lightning.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah.
The power
I don't know
of
what lightning would do
molecules
for
and
you, but
electrons.
I mean
Hey.
it's bright.
Probably photons. Yep.
Photons.
hmm
I do be having 52 HP though.
Ooh.
I'm already 10 under my max. What the fuck?
You begin to
Alright.
follow.
Under my max.
You begin to follow this path further down into the mine. And not long before you realize that the path before you is obstructed.
Well,
This is the other side.
Not quite. You getting closer, Thaddeus, immediately realize that this is not just rubble. There is some, but there's crates, there's tools, there's ore thrown on top of the pile, and there's like wooden furniture. And basically, you see this blockade created within this tunnel. What catches you is that you know the door was closed on the other side, and now you come across this. You realize that whoever did this wanted to keep whatever was inside here away.
let's open it up.
Ah,
Uncle? Wait, did you just say you wanted to open it up?
Ah, no.
I'm gonna
There
do
might-
just a full investigation of this area.
hold the fuck up.
See if there's
I'll put-
anything I can.
I don't put the 2 and 2 together.
I think we should open it up.
Me-
Yeah, but I
Are you
agree. I
sure?
think we should go in there.
Yep.
Okay.
Mind
Investigation,
you, I
Thaddeus?
rolled a 4. I rolled a 4 in my wisdom.
Does any of you have a bead left?
The only thing that catches your eye is within this rubble, you find one space where you can see through to the other side.
I'm just gonna like hold Oswald up to it.
I was just about to say it. I kind of want to like pigeon grab Oswald and like hold his head there.
Okay, so you find that small opening, and Oswald sees that there's a path on the other side of it.
Yep.
Or sorry,
Use one of the beads.
you see that the path immediately turns left just after the blockade, and you can see the opposite wall from it.
Wait, hold on. Where's that map we had of this area?
Oh, the map doesn't
Yeah,
extend
that's what
to
I
this
asked. I
area.
thought I wasn't sure if this was just the other side of that original block.
I think this is a yeah. I think this is a loop. I think they were trying to keep what's in here in here.
Okay, like I said, Thaddeus, you gather that the pile that you saw at the beginning does not
It's
look
not
the
the
same
same
as this pile.
They're
Yeah.
different.
As we were like walking, actually, just like as a sense of direction, does this look like it loops into a room that we've already been in?
I think it does.
Roll survival.
Okay.
The DC
Since I'm
is
having the
lower
same
because you
thought-
have this
hold
tiny
on, hold on,
percent.
hold on.
You have
I
no
was
idea.
gonna say, could I give him? But he already rolled, so I guess I can do it separately. I was gonna try and give him advantage because
Yeah,
I'm
you,
having the
you,
same
can- you
exact
can roll
idea.
separately.
I think Dunkel would be the best assistant
11.
because he's been keeping track of where
I
we've been
mean,
at.
it connects somewhere.
Where is my heart pulling me at the moment?
Across this direction.
Okay.
Well, it looks like we have to go towards the
Oh.
ghost.
It's
Going back this way.
wait.
Thaddeus.
Let's just.
Walking back.
Jeez. We're not gonna open it up.
I feel like we should just open up. What's the
It's-
worst that can happen?
That's a lot of noise.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm gonna take a risk. I'm gonna go back to the previous room. The one with the door.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to go according to this map south and see if I can spot the barricade.
Darn it!
I'll
Like over
accompany
here.
you with the dog. Wait, where's my dog at? Oh, here's the dog.
Yeah,
Where the
Dunkel
dog
would be
at?
here.
With the dog.
The dog
So
would
like
go.
based off sense of direction, it should be over here.
It should be south, right?
Over in this darkness.
Also, hold on. Are you moving right now? Because I don't see you moving.
No.
Okay. Before you go, I'm gonna pull out the key that I found and say, in case this goes anywhere, and flick it over to you.
Okay. Got a key.
So now I'm adding the entry Will-O-Wisp to the handy haversack.
Of course.
Buggers.
It doesn't weigh anything.
Oh.
Ash,
Yes.
this is exactly where you feel the pull towards.
Ah.
Also,
We might
I just-
have to. Go ahead.
sorry. Say what you're doing first. I'm just gonna head over here and try something.
We might have to go through that rubble after all. What if the other half of the key is on the other side?
So my theory is that it should be over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
And before you do that, can I see anything left from this wisp on the ground over here that we killed?
No, when they die, they basically vanish.
Um,
I was gonna see if I could somehow revive it with fire, but if it's gone, then yeah, I'm following you.
Staying
think
alive
about
and just pumping CPR strife on this tiny blob of light.
Tiny ball.
I think the
Don't die
party
on
would
me,
hear
ball.
explosion right now.
Yeah, this literally looks like it turns here.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
this should be the other side of the barricade.
is everyone following?
Nope.
Okay, so I
Yeah, it
see
looks like it turns actually.
Strife, Oswald, Thaddeus, and the dog following this way, right?
So where are you two going?
So
We think it
reaching
reconnects
where
over
you
here.
reach right now, Thaddeus, you see a marking on a wall that you know Danko was leaving behind. And you see the same like zigzag hallway that you've seen before.
I'd be going to my right, which would be west on the map.
Yeah. So you go ahead and follow
I
that
won't go
direction.
very far. I just want to see if like it connects.
Okay. So what you see is you get across this zigzagging hallway, and then you get to a not too long but slightly longer section of this hallway, and you see that it opens up to the right, and then there's another hallway to the left.
Keep going right.
Hallway to the left. I'm looking for the barricade.
Right. So you've reached the section right now. So to the left of you, you see a long hallway that you don't know what's further down it, and to the right of you, you see a larger open space, not too big, in like a 8 shape, and then on the other side of that shape, you have a hallway that's going deeper into the mine.
I think that hallway leads to the barricade.
Fuck it, let's go.
Okay, so you
I'm following you.
enter the space.
Or we could pull a 180 where I tell the dog to follow you, you put Oswald on me, we split, and then you tell me if you run into trouble.
You enter this
Or
8-shaped
my bird tells you.
space, and what you see is a dead body amongst some crates that are set up along along the side of the wall. And from that dead body, you see there's a trail of super old, barely perceptible blood that's going deeper into the hallway that you haven't yet discovered.
So how old and decrepit are these bodies? You said I ripped the rib cage out of one of them.
They are decaying. If not for, well, depending on the place. So the big corpse that you found was much more decayed than the other corpses, and you put 2 and 2 together, where the chamber that you just left with the large corpse, it was way more moist. It was way more moist. There was, why am I?
A lot more water. In
There
the
was
room.
Yeah,
more
it was
moisture.
more moisture in the air, where opposed to
Okay.
the chamber with the door or the gate.
So what I'm mainly getting at is like these bodies are basically just puppets. It doesn't matter how much strength they have for the shadows to use them.
That's a reasonable conclusion to make.
So these bodies should be rather frail, right? What I'm getting at is I don't want to give them bodies they can use, so I'm just gonna rip one of the legs off of this one.
I'd rather they have a body.
You don't even have to roll for it. Easily done. You just rip the leg out of the corpse.
Okay, now that one can't walk, so if they want to inhabit it, they can. They're not gonna be able to do much.
Okay, so do you follow the further hallway with a blood trail? Or the discoloration on the floor that you assume was a blood trail at some point?
Thaddeus stops briefly, ponders for a moment, pulls out the rose. And then makes a swish and cuts through fabric again. The fabric of space.
Okay.
And another door will appear and I'll summon Fae.
I'm assuming Oswald steps through
Yeah.
again. Is he wearing the same clothes?
Yep.
Okay. It's good to be back again, Thaddeus. How can I help?
We're looking for a barricade on this side. That room that you were in? Or that a door was closed to? There's a barricade on the other side.
Oh, I've
We're trying
seen
to
it.
find if it leads here.
Very well. And
So you go on ahead. And we'll wait here.
as you
And then I'll
wish.
send the owl with him as well.
Okay.
I'll tell Budo to follow him, but I don't know if Budo will listen to him.
What's
I'll
his
turn to
dark
strike.
vision? 60?
60.
I think Budo's is 120 with a passive of 15. So
Okay.
Yeah, 60. And then the owl's 120. I'm just gonna turn to Strife. Pay attention.
Yep.
I won't be able to, and I'm just gonna go dark and watch through the owl's eyes.
Okay.
okay.
Oswald notices as the owl's eye glows, and he looks at the owl, assuming that you've just inhabited the owl's senses. What a nice change of pace, isn't it? Thaddeus? For once, you're the one sitting on my shoulder, and not vice versa.
You're a cheeky bastard, you know that.
He looks at the owl and smiles. I know. Well, I think you should have seen this before me. Right ahead of us. And you look ahead, and there is, in fact, a barricade that you've just seen in the other chamber. And the blood trail continues towards the barricade.
Strife, I can't hear you. But this is where the barricade is, where it leads.
Okay.
The blood leads into that room. How far have they gone? Oswald and Owl?
It took them about 5 minutes to get there.
Yep.
With a slow pace, as they were, I'm assuming,
Yeah, if we hurry,
stealthy.
we can do it. Do we? So now that we know it goes there, should we go? Should we warn the group? We should open that barricade, warn the group, go the other way, and look for the key. Maybe.
I'll return to my senses and sort of look around, kind of sheepishly, because we're in a dark room and there's only Strife. Let's at least meet up at the barricade.
Passion, can you read what both Ash and I were saying?
Yeah.
Have you been?
Oh, wait. Okay, Ash goes to the body with you.
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah, not a problem, Ash. You do you. And then
Yeah.
Danko, just roll dexterity for me, quickly.
I swear to God.
Dunkel blows up.
You're fine. After getting deep into the gruesome guts of this decaying, fleshy beast, you manage to find the orange bead that's no longer really orange, more like gray with orange dots.
Uh-huh.
All the gang's gone on it.
And Dunkel proceeds to go to that wall and try to blow it up.
Okay. So you walk up to the wall.
Oswald notices.
Does he?
Yeah,
What's his passive?
The owl will definitely know. Oswald's passive is only
Danko, how stealthy are you being about this?
Because he only thinks that it's just him and Ash, and also his Steel Defender. He's not being really stealthy about it.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
That's the good smell.
Okay.
Actually, let's
Passive-
rephrase that. He
He's-
noticed that Dunkel would be on the other side, but would
Here's the thing.
Make sure its
The
presence is
barricade's
there.
yeah, the barricade's blocking the view. There's only this tiny slit that you're able to find that goes onto the other side. His passive perception is 10. Fair enough, Danku's not being very stealthy. Just roll a d20 without adding anything, and let's see if that's... Okay, yeah, so just barely, Oswald manages to hear someone on the opposite side of this barricade.
And then you hear this from the other side. 1, 2, 1, 2.
I feel like there's context there.
Oh shit! And Oswald
The
starts to
sound.
run. You go ahead, chuck the bead. The second it touches the barricade, there's just... The fire blows into the both sides of the hallway. I need... How close are you, Ash? Are you next to Danku?
Yay! This barricade has turned into caved-in rubble.
I know how roughly how big the blast was from the tree. Luckily, at least throwing that at a tree did something. So I'm kind of like
It caught the
hiding.
whole tree on fire.
Yeah, I'm ducking around basically. I'm behind a wall, kind of looking over at it.
Okay.
And mostly because of Cinder, I'm kind of like shielding them from the blast entirely. So my far shoulder. Well, Cinder's on my far shoulder as I'm kind of like glancing around to look at it.
Okay, so I need Ash to make a dexterity saving throw with advantage, Danku, normal save, and then both Oswald's normal saves.
So it doesn't matter. My owl is gone. Because 3 hit points, even with the save. And I feel like just because he can, once he'd realize, he'd misty step or he'd phase step away.
Okay, that's fine.
So that's just a bonus action.
So make him roll with advantage as well.
At 20.
Hell yeah, okay.
So once I see the bead thrown, I turn my face away from it, like crouch completely, shielding Cinder.
Regular Oswald
myself.
would get it full, but he's still dead. I just
Duncan
wanted
would
to
have
know.
Duncan would have been like hiding behind his still defender while throwing this.
Okay,
To clarify, the first one is true form. The second one is owl.
Danku 10.
Mhm.
So everyone takes 2 damage.
Even me?
No, everyone that made
What was the save?
so
This was
basically
kind.
you throw the bead and it explodes, and you've seen the explosion as it happened on the tree, and it was a spheric explosion. But as there's not enough space in this hallway for the sphere to take the full space, you saw that the blast got extended within the path that it had available to it. And basically the fire from the blast went further than 20 feet. So further than it actually should have.
Yes, it wasn't a
Didn't
magical
we
spell,
agree
it's
that
just
using
straight up a
these out? Didn't we agree that using these in here was a last ditch effort, not like?
So the hallway is still intact.
Oh, thank God.
The barricade is gone, but there's like wooden furniture, whatever was left of the barricade, just on fire. Smoking
And
slowly.
a sudden explosion.
And a sudden explosion.
Yeah,
Suddenly,
which both
explosions.
Strife and Thaddeus here.
So, how many of those beads do we have left? Mine's gone.
I have one.
Ash,
Ash
do you have
has
one?
one.
I have one.
Okay.
We have 2.
Also, you were chopping up the limbs of the thing, right?
Yeah, after Dunkel wanted to take the bomb out, I basically disabled the body in another way so we wouldn't have to worry about it anyway.
Okay. Hopefully, the shadows can't just grab the limbs and put them back on.
Right.
Um,
We'll find out.
yeah. Remember
right.
some past experience? We shot that hole and a void was filled.
Okay, I'm assuming I would grab Budo and Thaddeus and just run towards that explosion.
We did it. We finally did it.
How Oswald wants to react to that, I'll let you decide.
So he
But I
misty
know how Thaddeus
steps.
is.
He misty
I know how
steps
Thaddeus
ahead
is.
of the owl, and the owl basically gets knocked with the blast from the fire, and it goes ahead and like tries to keep itself level as it flies, but eventually it like goes into the wall and then on the ground. Doesn't take bludgeoning damage from hitting, but it's on 1 hit point.
Yep.
And the true Oswald stands up, turns around. Oh, you poor thing. At least you're still standing. I have somewhere to go back to. Thaddeus! I think your friends were having a bit of fun in the previous chamber.
High five, Ash.
The other two hear Sylvan, and then
Alright.
Strife will hear a shout in Sylvan. What the fuck happened?
I think they
I
were
mean-
playing with beats that Dunkel, was it, gave you?
Ash.
A high five.
Was that
Ash, I
Ash?
think there's
Roll-
monsters on the other side. I hear weird noises.
Well,
I think we're
take
not
it, you
alone.
defend yourself.
Dunkel pulls out his hammer.
Ash has his great sword ready.
Alright. Waiting or slowly walking towards?
Slowly.
Okay.
I'm waiting.
You begin to make your way towards the turn, and you slowly approach, trying not to step on any still ashen and burning remnants of the barricade. And you get to the corner and you peek it quickly, and then there you see a tiny fake creature just goes wah in Sylvan.
Holding
He
an owl
attacks.
that is probably burnt.
He attacks it because of the jump scare.
Go ahead and roll.
Alright. Alright,
Bro.
it looks like you're asking for death.
Hurts bird, attempts to hurt Faye.
Oh no! Were you aiming for the owl or the fae?
The thing. Because he was the one that scared him.
Okay, roll damage.
No.
That's 9.
Two-handing the hammer.
Yes, that's 9.
Do you want to subtract that from his health pool? You see as there's this creature like jumps at you. You just swing your hammer and you manage to hit like the side shoulder of it, and as you hit it, it like goes into the wall and bounces off of it. And then the second it happens, it misty steps again and it like disappears from in front of you and is like 10 feet away from you.
To directly behind you.
And
And you
did it go?
feel like you're about to get shanked.
That
16 hit.
hurt.
Wait, let me check.
Yes, it does.
It does?
It's
Take 11
does
points of
it?
damage.
Reaction as he turns around, shield.
Oswald appears behind you and slices at your back. And it does hit. You feel this cold sensation where the blade hit, assuming not only from just the cat, but also from whatever magic was, even though magic's not real, imbued into this
Magic's
attack.
not real.
Even though magic's not real. Love that.
Ash is attacking me. This weird beast.
I didn't know that these I didn't know that these lowly creatures had no sense of humor. And he again misty steps in front of you this time with his back towards you and starts walking back towards Thaddeus.
We're gonna
And here I
catch
was
up.
beginning to like him. Not anymore.
This beast is cowarding away. Look at him.
Oh
Ash.
I think
Wow.
he needs a wisdom save.
I think
Yes,
I
I
said this
won.
a second ago. I would be running towards that explosion.
Yeah, you've seen everything that happened. You've seen Danko appear from behind the. You've seen him try to scare them and then get hit in the process.
You don't piss him off enough to go back for your throat.
Oh my gosh, what the hell was that?
Ash, I see this as an absolute win.
You saw this as a win?
Strife, you would get there before me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Budo's with you, by the way.
I just put the sword point into the ground and I'm holding my face after that. In utter embarrassment.
You guys realize that we have to go through a spooky door that required 2 cryptic hard to find keys soon that's pulling one of us there in your infighting. Okay.
I didn't swing at it.
I'm not pointing at you. I'm just appalled.
Wait, I thought I attacked that creature that was attacking me.
That creature is Thaddeus's. That's Oswald. That's the bird.
Oh.
That's gonna be canon.
God.
That's the bird.
A bird. Given human shape. Come on.
I'm a bird, motherfucker. I'm a bird.
You know that you know the thing that's always watching you to make sure you didn't do anything dumb? This was the one time it wasn't watching you.
Wait, what? It was watching me?
Yes, what else do you think it's following you all the time?
Oh yeah, it
I
does.
was there in case I got hungry.
No, it's not
It's
just
not
a
there
snack.
for you to eat. It's a being, you fucking
I mean, it-
fool.
Strife,
Is that why you just
Strife,
tried to cook it?
Strife is gonna look down, like he's going to physically you're gonna see him get really tense for a second, then release, and then just start walking back to back to Thaddeus, like he's over it.
Yeah, Thaddeus had just caught up and told him off, and is checking out Oswald the bird, seeing all of the burn marks and such, and then
I mean-
looking to actual Oswald. What happened to you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thanks, Thaddeus. By the way, remember that ghost that I mentioned?
Mm-hmm.
How about we go deal with that before I disappear again?
Yeah, let's do that. Please hold. And I hand the owl to him.
And he
Like,
puts
literally hold
out
the owl.
the arm that wasn't hit, so his right arm, towards the owl, so he can perch on it.
I walk up to Dunkel,
Mm-hmm.
and with my actual hand and my mage hand, I grab him by the mouth. And I look him in the eyes, both of them. I turn his head from side to side, just make sure that they're there. Oh, you have eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I turn his head more, and I inspect to see if he has ears. And I snap my fingers next to them. These work.
Mm-hmm.
Use them. And I push him away. Thaddeus is not upset. Not upset, but he's not happy.
Oh my gosh.
Oh god. Alright.
And I storm past them and into the room that has the main door again.
To
We
be
should go the
honest,
other way. If we go left, we might be able to find our second key that we need. Or not at all. Who knows? That could be halfway across the island, for all we know.
The room with the ghost, I assume, is where the key is.
Probably.
Which means we need to go back through this room.
Yeah. Okay. I'm following you.
I really don't understand why I'm in Forest.
You begin to walk next to Oswald, and he's like turning his shoulder and rubbing it. Well, how will I play shogi with other fays when I go back?
Take a nap.
You think that will help?
It helps them.
I guess you're right. Let's head on.
All right. Off we go. And before you get yourself killed, I'm going to place my hand on Dunkel's back.
Can I have you align here, heading towards right? So from left to right, or from right to left, your marching order, if you can.
You gain 12, Dunkel.
What was that?
Me
Yeah, we
healing
just
you a
need
little
strife.
bit.
Strife, are you in the middle?
Healing me, you barely even touched me.
I used magic.
What's magic?
Okay, I used the blessing from Cinder.
Oh.
Been blessed by a dragon, and it given you health.
I feel empowered.
Good. All right.
I believe that's everyone. Just let me make sure. Yeah. Everyone loaded to the new map?
See,
It's all yeah.
Oh god. It's just a big map. Where am I? Okay, I'm here.
Ooh, nice
Oswald?
spike palisade.
Oswald doesn't have vision again.
Yep. 60 feet dark vision, yeah?
Now, you might want to resave the token that has the vision as default, so it can keep that. Oh, roll 20 glitched on me.
Okay, now it's
we go.
working. Okay, I need everyone to roll stealth checks again.
Okie dokie.
It's Oswald.
Ah! I'll roll Budo as well.
Alright, this time I let the shadows fade away so that my sword actually becomes a short sword.
Budo nat 20.
Mhm.
I got a 5 though.
Oh,
Mine at 20'd, and so did Dunkel.
okay.
Steel
Dog.
Defender.
20s, 20s, and a 5 and 11. It's pretty good.
3 20s.
Unnatural 20, a couple natural 20s. That's pretty good.
Okay, there
There's a
you
lot
go.
of net.
Actually.
Dunkel
So-
leaves a mark.
Wait, what? What the fuck happened? Did you see that?
What?
happened?
The
did
shadows!
you do?
They're coming to life!
Whoa.
Did you see?
What
No.
did you just do?
I don't
Wait,
know. Okay,
is it on the VOD? Is it on the VOD?
it is. Yeah.
It would be.
Hold on. Let me watch the clip. I didn't see what happened.
Oh, you weren't supposed to see what happened.
yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay. So as was with steps here.
Oh,
Okay.
my bad.
Well, I
You
haven't
must
been
have to get
he,
this better.
and you hear it just cuts out, and Oswald stays afloat as you hear just rubble goes down, and Oswald begins to plummet down.
Face that.
Yeah, you roll dexterity saving throw for him to see if he reacts in time.
Me too.
That's a
Yeah.
good reaction.
He does. So where does he appear?
Probably back towards us.
Let me just bring it up to here. So that's the part of the wall that has collapsed, or floor, sorry, that has collapsed.
Was that a rock's fall? We all know what happens after that.
Phew. Well, that was close. That is, just watch your step around this part. I wouldn't want you fall down.
Right. I'll relay that back to everybody else. Don't go quickly.
Don't go places another signal on the wall. It's a green triangle.
What do your symbols mean?
They help me remember where we've been and what things are ahead. The red X just indicates danger overall. This green triangle indicates traps or suspicious activities. This yellow line right here just indicates that I've been here before. And there was also a green circle, which seems to, which means it's cleared.
Okay. Good to know. Hopefully we won't get too lost then. Say as I start trying to back Thaddeus up, slipping past the pup.
I will, because I can do this because he's a humanoid and not just an owl. I'm going to have Oswald assist me, but I'm going to like slowly like prod at like the floor and stuff, and like just keep an eye out for if there's more pitfalls going up instead of to the right.
Okay, go ahead and roll investigation.
Another dirty 20.
Yep. Yeah, currently nothing within the vicinity that proves to be a trap. Nothing. I believe now you begin to see. What you see is there's a corpse laying here, and that corpse has what looks to be like a energy yellow bolt that's giving light around the corpse stuck within its chest. And you see the ghost. It basically just paces back and forth. Slowly.
There's an interesting design.
Is that the thing?
I have a question.
Yes.
Has Thaddeus read any encyclopedias about monsters and undead, and or undead.
Let's find out
And the question is, do I know anything about this?
about
I
what
mean-
specifically.
About the ghost? What kind of entity it is?
You went to wizard
Um,
school for a very short amount of time, so
I went to wizard school?
Roll-
Question mark.
that's why you didn't.
Roll nature check followed by arcana check.
Nature, normal, nature. 14.
Didn't Thaddeus get
Arcana.
kicked out somewhere?
21.
He found a dead wizard.
Oh,
Literally minutes before he went to the town we all met.
oh.
So, it's strange. This whole situation appears to be strange. But from the looks of it, you gather that maybe it's a kind of a poltergeist that's stuck in this place near near a specific spot for some reason. As you've seen it pace back and forth.
Should be pacing near that bolt.
What's happening over there?
Magic is happening. Uncle,
Magic isn't real.
there are quite a few entities who would disagree.
Really.
Dunkel cannot see this thing.
So what's the plan?
I kind of just want to blow it up, but I also don't know what to do about it.
Do you think it could
I
talk?
don't. I've never fought anything like this before.
It'll be difficult to hit for most of you.
Do you think it
Though
could talk?
It does look ethereal. If only I had a silver sword. But I won't ever be a Githrak at this rate.
Yeah, man.
Hmm?
Nothing.
Sorry, I'm talking to myself.
What do you think, Naughty? What should we do?
Honestly, I'm thinking I would just go in and attempt to either talk to it. If it attacks, fight it.
Ash, you're the best at talking.
Good luck, Strife.
I'll go with Ash then. I'll tell the
Sure.
dog to stay here. I'm gonna give it command, follow Thaddeus.
I see at least 3 more of those wisps. I think there's a lot of glowing creatures in this
I mean, try to catch the wisps if you can.
room. I can try.
This is me,
Yeah.
don't worry.
How far am I?
So what is this thing called?
Spectre?
Spooky ghost.
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 You're gonna notice that Strife seems, for some reason, unfazed by ghosts.
Alright. You're gonna see as in both hands, Ash lets the shadows coalesce into his normal sword, but it's shorter than normal. And in his other hand, a blade made out of pure shadow. A shadow that looks similar to the shades we've been seeing appears in his other hand.
Cool beans.
He says, "Can you speak?" Letting his presence be known.
What was your stealth again?
I rolled a 5.
I know
His stealth
Asher's.
is a 22.
Mine
Ash-
is a nat
Wow.
20.
He was a nat 20.
Oh yeah. Yeah, where you stand right now, and it didn't seem to catch your presence.
Oh wait, my dog nat 20. Actually, I'm gonna send my dog with him and just
So
give him
I'm-
the command protect.
So I speak to it so that it can hear me but can't see me. And I don't have any light coming off of me right now.
Neither does my dog. My dog nat 22. I told him to protect you.
I guess I'll cover up my cane so that the light is dimmed.
I'll snuff out my hands. They were on fire.
Just look through Oswald's eyes. 'Cause
And you
Why not?
speak. Why are you here?
Doesn't react. You can just see a drift off, or drift
I'm going
in
to cast
the air.
detect thoughts on it.
Go ahead.
Alright.
I'd like to pay attention to this spell that he's doing and see if I can learn any of his.
I'm nat 20 stealthed. I don't know if you can see me.
I will see.
Concentration. Concentration. Concentration.
I'm
Concentration.
looking through Oswald's eyes. Oh, that's 20. Would you look at that?
Alright.
So anyway, I just want to watch your hand movements and the way you do stuff, just so I
There
can
is no
recognize
hand
it.
movements. This
VSM?
is. This is.
It's verbal, somatic, and material.
It
Unless
is
you're using
innate.
subtle.
30 feet of
Ah.
you. Are you 30 feet away from it? You have to step just a little bit closer to be able to cast that.
Alright. So we'll go a little bit closer.
There we go. And you
Right.
begin to sense the thoughts inside of his see-through mind. And there's a jumble of words that you don't understand, but also once in a while you hear a word that you do understand. And the words are death, permanent, escape.
Permanent escape. I looked. Only Thaddeus can see me, but I look disturbed. Alright. So, I don't know if I can look any deeper. But I won't. So, I kind of.
See if you can get memories from it.
I will try to get a memory from it, yeah.
Have a flashback.
Okay, so is that your special ability that you can...
I can if I. So I need it. Yes, I'm gonna probe deeper. It needs to make a wisdom saving throw now.
Very well.
All right, it passed.
Just a straight roll.
Just a straight roll and
Okay.
a roll of 17. Dang.
But you peer into its mind, and thanks to the space you're finding yourselves within that you are weirdly familiar with, and I'm talking about the magic within this area,
Okay.
you get a single image in your head. From its point of view, you see just a yellow point in the distance that suddenly getting right in front of it, and then it wedges itself in the chest. And that's all the imagery that you get.
Okay. So the yellow glowing thing that's inside the body right now
Appears to be the thing.
seems to be the thing. I
Mm.
don't don't like that at all.
What are you gonna
Alright.
do?
Alright, so Stadius, you can see me. I look back after looking into its mind. You do see me put my hand to my head a little bit. And glance over to you, shake the head no, and then kind of do a kill like a kill sign as I get ready to.
Can I look at the body from here with Oswald's eyes and just see if the
Yes.
object is anything specific?
Yes,
Is
you
it just a
may.
bolt?
Roll perception check for me. With advantage, of course. 22.
Natural 19.
You find. So first you lay your eyes on the bolt. And then your eyes wander to the right arm of the corpse. And you see within its cold, dead grasp a black object, cylindrical in shape.
I'll hold up my hand over to Ash to like halt him.
Alright.
I wish I had a better stealth roll. I just had a really good idea. Fuck.
Ash is holding his packed weapon in his hands, waiting for a moment.
As you're standing
before
there,
before you do anything, is
yeah.
it okay if I try and position myself here?
Yes, you can. Ash, as you're sitting behind this broken cart, you begin. Who did disconnect?
We lost Uncle for a second.
Oh, okay. You
Also,
see.
Can I? Sorry, I'll let you first.
You see this blob of light in front of you slowly begins to make its way towards you.
Put the backpack in its way.
Yeah, like kind of reactionarily, like almost show my shoulder offering it to it, but also have the pocket of the haversack so that as it gets close and tries to go for me, I'm just gonna scoop it in and
Okay. So you get the backpack ready, and as you do, you open the flap and you position it just on the trajectory of the will-o-wisp. And as that happens, you see as the ghost turns around, and as it was mostly looking at the ground, it suddenly lifts its head up and it notices you. And it just lets this wail out of itself.
Can I? Okay. What I came over here to do? Can I grab this chain? Okay. Fuck! I wanted to do this, but I didn't want to interrupt you.
What did you want to do again?
I want to grab this chain and imbue it with my primal right.
Wait, let me clear it first.
ooh, that's gonna look sick.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I
sick
have an
image.
idea.
Yeah, you can grab the chain. I will allow that. It's a rusty chain.
I'm gonna imbue it with my fire primal right. So basically, magical fire.
Smear your fire blood on it, yeah.
So, because it's not going to happen now because we're in initiative. My plan was to use a mage hand with a dagger, cut the fingers off of that body, and just take the key and leave.
Right. Saw me
you know,
from
that's
where
not
I
happening.
was. No. It just turned around and went. "Urgh."
So I can't roll dogs initiative, but yeah, dogs with Thaddeus right now.
Alright. 14 and 18. There we go.
Actually, wait, what is dog's initiative? I could just roll it.
It's plus dexterity.
It just says dexterity, so +2. Okay. Does it have the same as mine? I think it does. I'll just roll another one.
Patch
Dog got
turn.
a 5. Wait, so did it work? Did I successfully primal rate the chain?
So again, what you're trying to do? So you grab the chain and then what do you
Primal
mean by
right it,
primal right
basically.
it?
So I can use my primal right to imbue weapons or my claws with an element. I've been using fire this whole time. That's why I'm still using is fire. I basically caused Silfarm to do this.
Oh, he's setting the entire chain on fire
Okay,
by
Yeah.
enchanting it,
that's fine.
He's Ghost Rider.
which looks pretty cool in my head.
Well, I
That's
have an
pretty cool.
idea of what I can do with this. I'm assuming I can't really grab a ghost if you're normal, but what would happen if if the chain would normally go through it? If it's on fire, maybe it has a better chance of
Ooh, that's smart.
I might be able to like wrap around it and contain it.
That's really smart. Oh no, Dunkel's first.
All right.
Plus,
Go
the more
ahead,
we can learn about
Dunkel.
this, the more we can put in the encyclopedia.
We hear noises, but we don't know what's happening. Best to go investigate.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis. That's all of Dunkel's movement.
What's happening?
They got spotted again.
Okay.
Uno, dos. That's the end of Dunkel's turn.
Is Draconic just Spanish now?
Yes.
Okay. So what's Dunkel doing?
Dunkel pulls out an adrenaline shot and puts it on himself.
I missed you.
Sweet, sweet adrenaline.
Drugs.
Sweet
Morphine.
morphine.
Just change the name of the spell to heroin instead of heroism.
Heroinism.
It still means the same thing as heroism, by the way. Heroinism. It's just the
Hero-
female version of it.
Yeah.
No, I said heroin, as in
Heroin.
like the drug.
Yeah, that's how a lot of people pronounce it.
Heroinism.
I guess bonus action, make the dog dash. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll be right there.
Okay. Ashki. Or Asher Drakewarden, as you are right now.
Ah, yes, Asher Drakewarden. Here to help. Okay.
Wait, do
So,
you still have that
yes.
chunk of silver?
Is the wisp in the bag? Yes, I have the chunk of silver.
Never mind. I can't think of a good use for that. Actually, I was gonna say you might be able to like shoot it.
Hit
at
it!
I don't know.
Hit it with the chunk of silver! Ah!
I don't know.
Sling.
I don't know.
Yeah, if you had a sling, that might work. Fuck, dude! Oh my god, that one character. I really want to play that one
It
character.
is
I made,
also
the fucking
15 pounds of silver.
But, so, I am going to
true.
have
Wait.
the second spell. What?
Sorry, you're
Is the
fine.
music not working?
Yeah.
Going to cast the second spell. Shadow Blade.
I'm
That you're
assuming
gotta
that's what you
cast.
had in your hand.
That is,
Right? Because you had your packed weapon and then.
yeah, packed weapon and then a blade made out of shadows.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to swing both of those at this wisp.
Okay, go ahead.
Light packed weapon. Don't.
Wait, no advantage
Or
on that,
do-
by the way.
Has it
Shadow Blade
acted
with
this
the-
turn yet?
No.
Okay. Where is it? There it is.
So.
So
Advantage on attack rolls against creatures that have not yet acted. Alright, then advantage that does hit then.
eh,
Wow, that's an assassin feature. just added on to the
Just-
rest of your features.
Headed
You-
onto it.
You saw
Yeah.
that they buffed Ranger, right?
They
I know
buffed
that they were
Ranger
working on it
good.
for a while.
Well, this
They
is
buffed
the
Ranger good. Revised.
Jesus.
yeah, revised. Okay,
It's
and then
basically fighter
second hit?
assassin.
So that hits for 11,
yeah,
and then the Shadow Blade strike is a 12.
that does not hit.
Dim light?
All right, that's it.
Is it dim light or darkness?
The wisp is emitting
It
light.
emits a light. Yeah.
Okay. I understand.
Yeah. All right, that's it.
Okay.
I get one cleave in with one dark blade, but the darker, darker. I don't know.
Yes. What's your move?
Edgy ass name.
Brave or stupid? Brave or stupid? Brave or stupid?
I'm near you.
Stupid it is.
Yes, my influence.
Your influence. Yay.
His
The
heroinism is.
Heroinism.
It's affecting me.
Heroism. Oh.
Oh god. That is pretty fucking risky. Whoa.
Armor of Thaddeus.
It's at second level.
Alright.
Where'd you get the cup of water from?
Arcane focus.
Arcane focus. Substitute.
Doesn't
Give
have
it
a
the
spell
chalice.
cost, so. And
Give
my
it the
ward will
chalice.
heal 4 hit points because it's a second level spell.
Okay.
Ooh.
And Oswald,
You begin to feel real chills going through your body at this point.
on Dunkel's head. That's my action, that's my movement. That's it.
Okay. At the end of your turn,
Legendary action, question mark?
that's a sec.
Also, I rolled for boot already. It was a 5.
You see 2 shadows appear from within
Oh,
the
no, it
walls.
shares mine. I forgot. I'm stupid.
Oh, yeah.
First, this one. Going to move to here. And you see it slings almost like a naga, but it just doesn't have the tail. So it slithers and slings through the air, and then it gets next to the will-o-wisp, and you see it grab it with its left hand, or whatever it may be, if it's not a hand, and you see will-o-wisp disappears within this shadowy grasp. And a second later you see a flash, and the shadow is now holding a bolt made of yellowish energy. And it's going to throw the bolt right here. So you see as it hurls that bolt into the ground, and as the bolt hits the ground, you see as the sparkling energy wraps around it and it explodes. And I need Oswald, Dog, and Danko to make a dexterity saving throw.
Can I instead reactionary jump in the way? It would be like 5 feet.
Oh, Dad, you don't have such reaction.
Ah. Damn.
Yeah, sure. How about regular Oswald?
Or
Whatever.
regular Oswald, no.
So, a deck
Good thing
save
you
on
have the
dog.
cauldron.
That would just be a +2, I think.
So true Oswald, that's a 5. Regular Oswald, that's a 19, but he has 1 hit point, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna use a lucky point in case that doesn't meet.
Magic item. One sec, just let me find the script for it. There we go. Okay, so a great person, great GM. Okay, so that's Dexterity saving throw. So is that a 5-4?
I took the damage on him already.
Alright, yep.
He definitely failed.
So Danko succeeds and real Oswald succeeds, and then Dog fails. So those who succeeded take 3 damage, and those who failed take 7.
You barely took off my heroism.
I can't see
No.
Dog's HP bar, so whatever Dog is, -7, I guess.
Somehow I don't feel protected
Oh
anymore.
wait,
What is the
The owl disappears.
No!
roll
Mm,
for
s-
me 6d6 plus 8, Strife.
Aw.
This
29.
motherfucker really threw an AoE next to Oswald.
29.
It had 29.
So it takes 7.
It's at 22.
22.
So 7 lightning
What was that,
damage
-7?
as the bolt hits the ground and then explodes within the small area. Next, this shadow is going to... Actually, let me see. Yeah, it's going to walk up to you, Ash.
Alright.
Fly towards you.
Wait, what was the 66 for?
60.
health.
Oh, it was
Oh.
health for the doggo.
Jeez.
Compact. And see. Should be able to see the health now. So let me...
Bonkers.
Hey, Ash.
Yes.
The shadow, slinking again through the air, it comes up right up into your face and then is going to attempt to suck or drain you.
Okay.
This is something you don't want to get hit
Okay.
by.
Okay,
We're
so
okay.
nothing. And then finally... Oh my god, what am I doing?
Oh no!
He got bigger.
It's going to move up right on top of you. And same thing. Wait, what did I do?
DF.
And
I don't know what that is.
DF? Does that
Okay,
mean
yeah,
death?
nothing.
Death final.
Death final. Oh, and that roll 1. Yeah. Go in the bag.
Okay,
Go in the
and-
bag.
Finally. Oh my god.
That
it's-
was what you were trying to accomplish here.
That's a 24 against you, Thaddeus.
The wisps
Yeah, fuck
don't
me, I
like
guess.
you.
Yeah, hit
Yeah.
me.
The wisps don't like you.
Wait, could you direct that damage towards the poltergeist or whatever right next to you, or does it have to be towards the wisp?
What do you
From
mean?
your armor
No, it
Thaddeus?
has to hit. It has to be whatever hit me.
I wanted to try something on a wisp, but
That's
it's probably not
12
gonna work anyway.
lightning
I
damage.
am going to use as a reaction absorb elements.
Nice.
Reduce
Okay.
that to 6, which will heal my ward by 2, leaving it with 1. And the wisp will take 10 points of cold damage.
Very well.
And I'll pull out my dagger and infuse the energy that I absorbed from it into the dagger, leaving it similar to Oswald's short sword, just a dagger,
Okay.
radiating frost.
Because it can't take the energy.
Mhm.
Wait, 1 sec, because the turns got reset. And there we go. So
It'd be
now
Oswald's
Oswald.
turn. He's a bit pissed, I think, and he is a fuming fae. So he'll go about 20 feet, or 30 feet, with his bonus action, and then stab the shit out of this guy.
I'm assuming it's an advantage after using the step.
Yeah.
Can he use it every turn?
That's part of why it's such a good
26.
spell.
Does hit.
It's a 3rd level spell, so 12 damage.
12 damage, very well. He slices into the shadow, and where he slices it, you see as the shadow like splits into two, and the inside part that split is covered in frost as it slowly begins to clasp back together, or like glue itself back together.
He'll just reposition with 5 more feet.
All right. So now, Thaddeus.
Yep.
The specter is going to go ahead and attack you.
Yep.
The will-o-wisp is a tiny creature, so it does not get a advantage from flanking. It's simply too small. I believe. Is that the ruling of it?
Yeah, so basically it's whenever you're cornered, he could literally just move by the thing, the wisp. You know how if you're like, if you've, let's
Yeah,
say you're
if
like
you-
fighting
yeah,
someone
exactly,
with a
yeah. So
sword,
it's too small
if you
for
have
it.
2 swordsmen, one on either side, you're in a huge pickle. If you have a swordsman and then like a chihuahua behind you, you're just gonna kick the fucking chihuahua.
Yeah. Okay,
Well-
so
I mean, it's up to you how you want to rule it. I don't
yeah,
mind
no,
either way.
no, it doesn't make sense to me that you're gonna be cornered by a tiny blob of light flying around your
A
neck.
ball of light.
However,
So-
It did
the
taste
steel defender was gonna impose disadvantage. Anyways, that's
Yeah, use your action to, or bonus action to direct it, so it still has a reaction. Okay, so disadvantage. So it's
No,
11.
that misses.
So
I kind of wanted it to hit me. I'm not gonna lie.
1, but
Okay.
it has a second attack.
Sheesh.
That
Yes.
just hits, yeah.
Okay. So. Sorry, I'm in a bit of a disarray. There we go. Plus. So you take. 12 necrotic damage. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, DC 10.
Well,
Can he borrow
By the way,
my
it takes-
constitution?
it takes 10 points of cold damage, but my barrier is gone, and so is my armor. Constitution.
Oh
you said.
no.
Constitution. You failed.
I would like to use my, I guess, inspiration.
Yeah. To add on top of it.
Is that a reroll or just a d6?
Just add a d6 to it. Let's see if you make it.
Alright, well.
Meets it, beats it, meets it, beats it.
Yes! Let's go! No way. Okay, so you literally get that ghost face right up into your face. And you feel yourself being sucked again, like something within you is drained. But this time it's not as much as your muscle as just something within you. Your heart begins to feel empty. And your max HP is reduced by the same amount that you just took.
So 1.
No, so 12.
Yeah, so 1. I
Oh,
only
because
took 1
yeah,
point to my
okay,
health.
yeah, you're good.
Because if it reduced
Shield,
it by
yeah.
12 as a result as well, I'd be like, oh fuck, just fuck my barrier, huh?
Yeah, so your max HP is
32.
reduced by 1.
Also, this is for. I'm going to use a charge. Fuck your 8s. Game. I'm going to use a charge of my mind sharpener and might as well stay out.
Yeah.
So that means you succeed on the concentration.
I kind of want to try something. Are you guys okay with me trying something that may or may not just make me look stupid, but if it works out, oh my...
Up to you, my man.
You do you, man.
You do you.
I don't know how you would rule this, because it's not like I have an ability for this. It would just be cool if it worked. So, getting an idea from...
Wait,
Wait,
but
is it the end of its turn?
isn't DC 10 because you took only 1 damage?
Yeah, it would have been, but they just chose to mind sharpener it anyway.
I got an 8.
Like Dunkel saved on that saving throw anyway, but they still blew a luck point.
So wait, so does 8 add to an 8 to save?
No, the
Oh, no.
concentration check is its own save. I rolled an 8 for it, which is why I had to use the Mind Sharpener.
Yeah, that was for his own spell. Because he took 1
Yeah,
point of damage.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is DC should be 10 because you took only
Yeah.
1 damage, which...
Mind Sharpener makes it so I succeed.
Oh,
it.
sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
succeed
See,
automatically.
I wasn't...
Yeah.
I didn't know about that. So automatic success. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Infusions.
For the win. Okay, that's... Actually, it will move.
Move.
It flies right across there.
Oh,
Well,
hello.
Oh, that's a little too far for me.
Is a 19 hit?
Oh.
And 19 does hit.
Okay, well, it's a regular dagger, so it takes 1
One.
point of cold damage, and that's it.
Wait, don't you have absorb elements?
Yeah, 1 point of cold damage, and that's it.
Yeah, you roll the d6.
Oh. Oh.
Hey, there we go. Right.
Good spell, good spell.
So, what exactly happens when I watched this shadow literally pick up the wisp and turn it into lightning?
So you literally saw as it grabbed it, and for a second the light disappeared as the entire blob of light was consumed by the shadow, and then suddenly 2 points sprang out from its like hand, if you want to call it like that, and it was basically a bolt within its arm.
Okay.
Just me.
I'm gonna move here, still holding in my left hand the flaming chain.
Yeah.
In my other hand, I'm gonna do something new. I'm gonna invoke another primal right on my right hand. This time, I'm gonna use lightning.
Oh.
I'm going to attempt to. That's a bonus action, by the way. Primal rights. I'm going to attempt to grab it using this and focus it into just any weapon shape. I want to see if that works, or if I just grab it and it takes lightning damage, that might work too. I don't know.
Okay.
We'll see. He wants to try and mimic what the shadow did.
Roll for either attack or athletics to grab it. 12. Actually, that. Nope. You miss with your grab.
Dang it.
Damn, I love not having multiple attacks per turn. Okay, yeah, I'm spent then, because I primal righted my other hand, so I'm wielding 2 elements now.
Alright. Danko.
Oh.
Where to go? Where to go? Ash looks like he needs help. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, because don't forget I also have a wisp on me as well.
Nope. Decisions. I'm gonna stay right here. And then I'm gonna have my steel defender go around.
And Dunkel will attack twice on this ghost in front of him.
Go ahead.
He's not that scared because of that heroism.
And you've been blessed.
Blessed.
You've been blessed by Cinder.
Kudu. Sheesh.
Yes, you have.
Bam and bam. So that's 18.
18.
18 damage of 18 magical damage from the Warhammer.
Okay. There we go.
And Steel Defender will also attack. What bam? Sheesh.
Yeah, this is Dunkel's finest hour right here.
Yeah, this is where he
Against the
shines.
shadow.
Against the shadow, that's force damage.
Is it magical?
I think it's
Uh,
only resistant to bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing, right?
Yeah.
Or immune to it.
So force damage would be
Force is
something
its
totally
own
different.
type.
Or forces
Yeah.
it's like magic.
Ah, yes.
It's the same damage type as magic missile.
Yes.
So something I'm noticing, your bludgeon versus your versatile. Your bludgeon has a +1, where your versatile doesn't. Is that because it's a magical weapon and you forgot to add it to the damage, Uncle?
Oh.
I think you forgot a +1 to your damage.
Oh, so you did 20 and not 18.
Yeah, you're right.
Probably at that.
That is interesting. Yeah.
If you don't have an easy way to add it, we can just always remember add +1 since you're always two-handing it.
Wait, I'm a bit confused. So you rolled 3 times.
No,
Yeah,
I
'cause
just
they
forgot
advantage.
because the Warhammer has a +1, like he said, and it
So-
wasn't calculating that.
Yeah, so the
That's-
bludgeoning, the one-handed, it was being calculated. The versatile, how he always swings. The two-handed, it wasn't adding it.
The third roll
Yeah.
doesn't count. That was an extra roll.
Okay, so it takes 1 additional or 2 additional?
2.
+2. Because he hit him twice.
Okay.
Yeah. So weird. Why is it doing that?
Don't know, Chief.
Oh, because it's second damage. Second damage is always calculated differently. Interesting.
Anything
Alrighty,
else?
I fixed it. Oh no, that's it.
Alright, Ash, what's your move?
Alright, smothered in enemies at the moment.
Yup.
I'm going to, I suppose, stab at the shadow with 1
With advantage.
with advantage, and then cleave at the ghost with the other disadvantage.
Okay.
And I guess in that order. So shadow gets dark packed weapon for 7 damage if that hits.
That does hit.
All right.
Roll advantage, so maybe you crit.
Oh yeah. Not quite.
Ooh.
But
So 7.
close. So 7, and then with the shadow blade, hopefully I have more luck this time. Yes.
Nice.
The ghost gets sliced for 9 psychic damage.
Psychic. Very good. Okay, so it takes 9. As you cut it, with that damage, it actually like wails in pain.
Ugh. It's not a very friendly noise.
What are you doing? You're hurting it.
That's the point.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And then, what did the wisp do with its natural 1? I'm trying to.
Nothing. You basically didn't feel it.
Alright. I'm going to haphazardly try to catch it with the backpack on.
You've already used your action.
That is my action. Yeah. Just to attack. Alright. I guess I'm going to call it there.
Alright. Thaddeus?
I can see both this and this, right?
Yeah?
Not within 30 feet of each other, though.
You are right.
Those two are.
Technically, the
As
wisp
well as
is
fine.
too.
That's what's fine. Well, you seem to attack my body. I prefer to go for the minds. And I'm just gonna use it at 2nd level. And I'm just gonna attack the ghost. I need to save my 3rd level spell slot. So it must make an
Okay.
intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence.
I saw you for time.
So that's for the shadow. Fails.
No, it's just the ghost.
Oh, just the ghost. Sorry.
So 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Fails. So it takes 12 points of cold damage.
Woo.
It can make either an action, a movement, or a bonus action. Only one. And it cannot take reactions.
Okay. You see, as
Until-
your spell hits, again, like the mist gathers around its body, but there's nothing really to grasp. So you immediately see the frost gathers it onto its body, but there's nothing to grasp onto because it's a ghost, and it begins to fall like snow. And you see that its form actually withers slightly,
Oh, I just realized I'm stupid.
begins more translucent, transparent.
Oh.
I probably should have added my I should have added my inspiration to that athletics check. I probably could have done it.
Hi,
Aw.
Thaddeus.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
All right.
So now, so yeah, starting with the same one as before, it's going to attack Oswald.
Nope.
That's a whiff. So it attempts to do, doesn't hit. Then that one is going to go for Ash. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, how's it feel?
Same roll. Oh no.
Pretty
I was about to
bad.
say before anything, like he was gonna impose disadvantage, but I guess not.
Okay. And with that, you see, as from the shadow, another one appears. And it flies right for the body.
Of course.
Oh no!
And it jumps onto the corpse. And the corpse animates. And Will-O-Wisp is going to attack you, Ash, and then you, Thaddeus. So first one against you, Ash. It's an 18.
That hits.
Okay, and then that's against you, Thaddeus, 17.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright. Ash, that's 6 against you and 13 against you, Thaddeus. And I need you both to make a Constitution saving throw. Oh wait, no. I don't. That was not the guy.
Oh.
Yeah, you're fine. Sorry, and
Yay.
I rolled wrong. So I don't know if that's better or worse. So you should take 13 Ash and 14 Thaddeus. Sorry about that. I was rolling with Spectre's attack instead of the other attack. So you take 13 lightning and 14 lightning.
I'd argue the other attack is a better one, but
All right.
Okay, and Oswald's turn.
Yeah, just nothing personnel, kid. And then
Oh, what's
again,
behind me?
24.
24 hits. Yeah.
12.
Same thing. Oswald slices the shadow in half with its blade, but this time the two halves stay apart, and the frost that gather on the inside of them begins to again fall like a snow as the body disappears into nothingness.
And then he will move 30 of his 40 right here. Oh, good. Glad you're here. I'm not doing great. Stop hitting me.
You'll be fine, Thaddeus. I'm here to aid. Now, let's deal with this ugly corpse. Let's not be rude.
You just couldn't think of an insult, could you? Anyway,
Did you want to move or you're staying?
no, that was it.
Okay. So
So
he
you can only make an action, a movement, or a bonus action.
is going to use movement,
Okay.
and you see as it comes up to the corpse, and this, as it gets closer, you see the hands that are almost barely visible at this point reach out towards the corpse, and it just wails. And that is its turn.
Alright.
Did
As it moves
Dunkel and
away.
Ash
Yeah, you can
Dunkel
go
has a
ahead,
plan.
both of you.
No.
Crit, 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 crit.
That would be nice. So while it was moving away.
No advantage on
that's-
these ones.
Okay. That's exactly what I was about to ask.
Although,
Shit!
24.
Oh, nat one.
Um,
And a
Well, at least I
20.
got a nat 1 out of the way.
Wrong kind of crit, my guy.
Alright.
go ahead and roll
But you
damage on
see,
that.
I
So,
have lucky
I
points.
cut it for 12 psychic.
So, as
Can
it
I use a lucky
begins...
point?
Okay, sorry, so... First things first. It's not one. It's not one. You go ahead and swing, attempting to hit it as it's moving away. And your hammer just falls out of your hands. And it goes right next to the body and lands here.
Wait, where? Where?
Here, where the dot is, or the circle. And then,
Well, it seems like I
Ash,
have to
you
use
go ahead
mine.
and swing, and as it begins to walk away and wails, reaching its hand towards the dead body. That's a perfect depiction of your hammer. You go ahead and you swing your sword, and as the black energy cuts it across, you see as, instead of disappearing, the ghost begins to shine brightly, bluish. And as it wails, and you see as the body begins to fold onto itself. And after a second, you see this blue spectral scroll appears and begins to float slowly down onto the ground.
I really want to grab it.
You
You
should
use your
grab it.
reaction.
I use my reaction to grab it. Well, I still have a wisp and a shadow to deal with.
Okay, yeah, I'll give it to you even though you attacked that. Go ahead and roll dexterity check.
Oh. I want it to fall through the floor if it can do that.
Can Dunkel do the same?
Wait, is this
Can I
zombie
make
still
it?
holding the key?
Dexterity. Hey!
Yes.
Alright, so maybe I catch it with the flat of the shadow blade.
So again, so you're trying to catch it with a blade?
No,
Uh,
no. Wait.
I'm just
what?
trying to catch
Ash.
the scroll.
Okay. You go ahead, and as it disappears and begins to float, it's a bit confusing as to what just happened right in front of you. The flash of blue
Yeah.
and the ghost turning into a scroll, and you go ahead and grab it, and you can see the outlines, and it's almost see-through, but you already can see there's text, even though you cannot just tell yet what text is on it. You can
Yeah.
see it on this
Alright.
Good job.
transparent scroll.
Thank you.
All right,
Good job, Ash.
Oh crap.
Strife, I believe it is your go.
Yeah. So I'm gonna forget about grabbing a wisp and turning it into a lightning bolt for now, because I don't want to whiff again. That and there's not really anyone I can throw it at. So I'm still gonna move here and attempt to just hit the zombie with my chain that I have.
Okay.
How would I roll this?
You don't have proficiency with it, so it's
Nope. Just strength.
attack plus your strength. Yeah.
That's it. I think I get +1 from being lycanthrope right now.
Are you raging? You're not raging yet.
Not raging and lycanthrope. +1, +1.
Okay. Go ahead.
And then
24 hits.
What kind of damage would it do plus right?
1d8. No, 1d6 plus plus your modifier.
Okay, I'll just
plus
add
your,
it in here. It's
plus
D4.
your right, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
D6
plus your
plus
right.
D4. Okay, 5. That's weaker than my normal.
Why d4?
attack.
It should be your strength, shouldn't it?
Oh yeah, plus strength. Sorry, so +4, so 9.
So, yeah.
And then plus lycanthrope, so +1, so 10.
It would probably have some reach to it too, but I mean, you're not using it for its reach right now.
Nope.
It looks cool while you're doing it, at least.
Yeah, I was gonna try and use it to capture that poltergeist, but it teleported.
So 9 damage to it.
I honestly feel really bad now. It was trying to reach for its body because it was upset that its body got stolen, and then I just cut it in half. Oops.
Anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna use bonus action slashing attack, I think, and just rip the, I'm gonna go for his hand holding the key, but I'm mainly just trying to hit it.
Okay. That's hit.
And then that one's dealing lightning damage, so that, and then it should be, yeah, I think that's already it. Yeah, that has the +1 on it, so yeah. 12.
12 damage. Was it lightning as it was with your other hand?
So the chain, yeah, so this one's lightning, the chain was fire.
Okay. So you do manage to grab its hand, and as the electricity pulses through its body, you see as it gets to the shoulder, and at the shoulder there's this breaking point where it's like, and the arm just dislocates from the body in like a electric explosion at the joint. You're currently holding a dead man's hand.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay. That's everything I can do, so enter.
Okay, Duncan.
Actually gonna move one more space.
I really don't know what to do because
Kill the
I
shadow.
don't know how badly damaged these creatures are.
Well, I don't want to take any.
Oh, you don't want to take any of that? Okay. Dunkel will then begin to move to his hammer. 1, 2, 3. Can I reach it?
You will have to step on top of it.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 5, 6. And then Dunkel will then grabbing his hammer in a different position. He'll then actually hold it under him. And then he'll begin to spin. And then for you, Ash, you begin to see the hammer glow white as he puts on Branding Smite.
Oh god. Isn't that radiant damage?
Yes, it is.
Oh fuck.
Branding Smite. Let's just hope this actually fucking hits. Since that's a bonus action, here's my action. Oh, that fucking hits. That would have been an advantage. Let me see
Yeah,
real quick.
definitely hits.
Okay. and then he will attack
Good
for the
thing
last
it's at
time.
advantage. Oh my gosh.
So
he
bonus
will attack
action
for the last time.
radiant,
Tactics.
Yeah,
imbued it with
this is his last
radiant.
hit.
So how much is it on the first hit?
First hit is 18 damage, but that's 7 radiant.
Okay. So what happens? What happens is you go ahead and swing at the shadow, and as you hit it, you see this like whitish force shield almost forming at the front of the hammer. And the second you hit it, the shadow actually gets pushed back and it starts flying through the air. It hits the crate and there's like a backflip as it flies into the wall, and you see this puff of mist as it collides with the wall and it disappears.
I saved you, buddy.
Thank you. You
I
notice
don't
that
know what to do now.
my turn to help you.
That's the end of Dunkel's turn.
Wait, because you have the second hit, you can attack the will-o-wisp if you're there, Ing.
Yeah, that's what he would use. The
Okay.
second attack was
So
for something else.
It's just a straight roll because it's on top of Ash, but you have pack tactics, so you know. So 26
With
does
the-
hit.
Yeah, so that would be 6 regular damage, I believe.
6. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, Branding
It-
Spell doesn't apply.
Its light begins to dim down.
Alright.
What's your move, Ash?
My move.
Yo move.
I drop my weapon.
You drop your weapon.
Grab the bag. Grab the bag and
Okay. Go ahead
try to
and
catch it.
roll. Just straight
I-
attack for it.
I attack it. Ah,
Oh my god.
mine. Hey,
Yeah.
you dimmed it down. It's a nightlight now.
21. Go ahead and with your haversack, you sweep it across the air, and the will-o-wisp disappears.
All right.
No, there's only one.
Hey Thaddeus, if you pop him out of it, I might be able to try to catch him as he leaves using the chain shadow.
Also, did you want to move, Ash?
Yeah. I'll kind of go over here, check on Cinder. Just trying to make sure they're still there. And unscathed.
Alright. Yeah, Cinder's fine.
Okay.
Booked at this point, but fine.
Alright. After that, spend the rest of my movement to get about here.
Thaddeus?
Yeah, about that. Just gonna do this on the will-o-wisp.
DC 15, gotcha.
And I just point my cane towards it because I'm shivering at this point.
That's a 7.
Takes 2 points cold damage.
Still standing. It's still floating around you.
That's it. Got nothing else.
Okay. Now, their turn. So what you see is, after you ripped out the hand of the corpses, you see as the shadow oh wait, because it's on the other layer.
Oh, I do have a question.
Yes.
How tall is this room?
Uh,
How
about
high up is the ceiling?
about 20 feet normally, but at the highest point about 30 in the apex.
Dang.
Big room.
Dwarves making big halls of stone.
Let me just grab. Okay. It's going to move right across all of you to here
Can I make a reaction?
with disadvantage.
With disadvantage. Poggers. Okay. I still want to try and like use the chain, like grab it. That works too.
Yeah, Oswald's just gonna stab it.
Yeah, go ahead. Roll damage for that.
It's 13.
Hey,
Solid. Very.
So would I just roll athletics twice? Or athletics with disadvantage?
What
Or
are you
how do
trying
want
to
me try
do?
this? I'm trying to grab it using the flaming fucking chain I have.
So it's not moving around. It's literally it's turning into a mist and like flowing through everyone.
Ah.
So there is Corpse, there is Oswald, and there's Thaddeus in your way. So if you wanted to just swing at it with your hand,
Yeah,
then
I'll
that-
just swing at it.
Yep.
It's 14 hit.
Yeah,
Or that's
it
not-
does
yeah,
hit.
it's a disadvantage.
Okay. What did I just do?
Nice.
It doesn't even get across as you manage to catch it, and with your flaming or electric hand,
Electric.
with electric hand, you touch it, and the second you touch it, it basically pops out of existence.
Damn.
Okay, and then the measly last will-o-wisp is going to go ahead and try and attack you, Thaddeus.
Yeah, so.
But you really don't let it.
Is it even combat anymore?
Yeah, it's combat.
It is for Thaddeus.
Just gonna do that.
So
Buy all first level spell slots.
that is an 8 to lightning damage.
So 4.
But I swear, the only time I hit is with nat 20 on this one.
Yeah. So does it normally do 1d8 and then it's 2? I'm so
Oh
used
wait,
to
sorry,
seeing-
yeah, so it's one more.
Oh fuck.
Thanks for
okay.
reminding me.
No. Don't thank me for
So
that.
it's additional 4 on top of that.
Cool. So 2.
Yeah.
My barrier absorbs 2 damage.
And the second the ghost left the body, it just fell down to the floor. Does it take any damage, sorry?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. So I guess
It
Alright.
gets stabbed though.
we can move out of the initiative.
I
And
want to try this one more time if you'll let me. We're all just swarming this wisp.
We all swarm it. I'm swarming it with the bag.
No, I wanted to try to
It's-
grab it.
It's dying. Look, my safety comes first.
Move away.
so that's what,
If I move away, I'll get
18?
hit.
That's
18
okay.
damage.
I get
Okay.
ready to bag it. Strife tries to reach out and grab it, and then Oswald just
So
hacks
what
it.
happens here is Oswald disappears from behind Thaddeus and appears basically right underneath the globe as you begin to approach him. And on left side of you, Thaddeus, there's a haversack just flying through the air, approaching the will-o-wisp. And then on the right side, there's a electric hand of a lionin coming to swipe it off the air. And as Oswald appears right in front of you, it just gives you that smirk and slices at the will-o-wisp. And as he does, the ball of light is immediately covered with ice and then drops down to the floor and shatters into a million pieces.
My dreams shattered into a million pieces.
There'll probably be more wisps down here. Something's creating them.
Yeah. Well, easy enough.
Thaddeus sort of like clenches his fist around his cane.
You don't look
Um,
too good, friend.
I have an idea for an improvised weapon if Ash wants to hear it.
I guess your chain is technically one, but what do you
Yeah.
want?
So what
do you
are
think?
most of these creatures are probably similar to me in that they're probably weak to silver, right?
Maybe.
What if we just literally welded using heat that chunk of silver onto the end of this?
Onto the end of your chain?
Yeah.
I mean, it might be a good idea, but just never grab your own weight
Okay.
for your chain.
Both of you roll survival check.
Oh, by the way,
It's probably unwieldy as heck.
I stab at the ground with my dagger out of frustration, and cold will freeze the ground where the wisps fell.
20.
Because, absorb elements.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh wow, he's so angry.
So, Strive, after you suggested the idea, you realize that, as cool as it sounds, you probably don't have
It's not gonna work.
enough heat to melt the metal together.
Right. Okay. Cool idea. Didn't work. I'm gonna just drop the spear or not the spear, the chain. Sorry. And it's going to immediately, basically, as long as I'm holding it, it'll stay lit. But if I drop it or like release it for any reason, it'll go out.
So basically,
Alright.
you're holding this flaming chain, and as you do, you see ever so often there's a piece of like ash flying off into the air, and it's just rust being literally burned off of the chain.
Yeah, but I am gonna drop it though.
Okay,
It's
so
gonna
I'm gonna
lose its property.
as you
I'm gonna
do, the
find a
last
point.
puffs of sparks go off from the chain, and it then just lays there, kind of orangey.
Alright. I kind of will make sure to use my gauntlets to make sure I don't burn myself. But I'm going to grab the chain, coil it into a bit of a nest shape, and then rest Cinder down on it for a moment.
Okay. You have to be careful because it's hot, but you managed to do it safely without getting yourself burned, and you set Cinder upon the coil of warm metal.
There we go.
So
Yeah, Fashion, you know what's happening.
I'm going to pick up the arm I ripped off with the key it's holding and try and get the key out of its hand.
Yeah. It takes a couple wiggles before this clasp hand on top of this six-sided cylindrical relic lets go, but you managed to get it, no problem.
Okay. Once I get
Alright.
it loose, I'm just going to toss it over my shoulder at Ash.
Alright, I'm going to catch it with one hand as I let both of the blades are gone. But I'll catch it with one hand, and then with the other one I will pull out the ethereal scroll and say, everyone gather around. I don't know what's in this. I might need a bit of help reading it. Depending on what it's like. Honestly. So
Thaddeus is
I
cold. He's tired. He's injured. I don't know how long we've been down here, but it's time for a break.
True. I still want to try grabbing one of those wisps
I see
and
that,
like
uncle.
willing it into a shape. I feel like literally everyone in the party is probably capable of doing it because we all hold some form of like element manipulation. Ice, dark, like shadow shit. I hold a couple of them.
Dunkel's not magic.
Yeah, his not magic.
His denial of things being magical is so strong that bad things because he just doesn't believe that they could ever be ethereal.
He's founded a new logic in magic.
Yeah, it's basically a form of psionics. He's in such a high level of denial. Alright, I open up the scroll to show everybody who wants to gather around and see.
Okay. That's a 7 for the perception.
Yep. That's from Oswald.
Yeah, Danko.
Kind of disinterested.
I'm assuming you had your Steel Defender help you in some way to open it?
No, that's the luck point.
Oh, okay. So 23?
Yes.
Glance over at Dunkel.
You do manage to open it. And
Hearing
I need you to roll
wiggling, clicking
investigation
noises.
for me.
Alright, we can do this after we I'll see. I don't know.
Okay, I'll come back to you, Danko, in a sec. Okay, so you have the
Yeah.
scroll in your hand.
Yes, and in my peripheral vision, can we see Dunkel poking at a chest?
Yeah, so basically you hold it in front of you and it's see-through except for the blue outline and like text inside of it. It's almost looks like it's floating in the air, and you just see Kobold
You see the
tiddling
kobold
with some
wiggling
kind
a
of
lot
chest or something.
through the
You just
scroll.
hear gentle
Just-
clinging of the metal.
Just look over the scroll for a second. Oh, hey!
In a sec,
Finding
Danko.
anything cool?
Okay. The three of you look at the scroll that Ash is holding, and none of you understand what it was written on it except for you, Ash.
Oh. Oh, jeez.
Do you have Eyes of the Runekeeper?
I do not have Eyes of the Runekeeper.
I feel like it's draconic. I don't know.
I send it to you, Ash. Why did the music stop?
I guess the thing ended. Alright. Oh. So it's
Only you can read the name on the spell. It is, yes.
I think it's really cool. But
You don't know what that is. You can only read it.
I can only make out the title. Okay. It's does the word contingency mean anything to you?
It's usually followed up by plan. If something were to go wrong.
Well, kind of looks back at the corpse. Huh. Well, what I can tell you is that this is a contingency spell.
The head tilts slightly.
I can't really read the majority of it, but I understand the title for some reason. What activates the contingency and what it actually does, I have no idea.
Usually determined by, I imagine, who cast it.
You can read the spell. It
Oh.
just there's a lot of tiny writing in this strange font that you've seen, and you've seen it on something that you've been just given by Strife, as well as something that you've placed up on a gate.
Oh no. Alright, coming to that realization, I move over to this table, put it down, and then grab the key cube to see if there's any type of correlation to the symbols. And if there's anything I can learn from kind of cross comparing the two.
Go ahead and roll Arcana.
Okay.
Somebody can assist you if they want.
Does anyone want to help me try and figure this one out?
Thaddeus raises an eyebrow, looks at his spell book, and just sort of shrugs. Sure. Let's have a look.
Thank you. Reminds Ash of forging letters. But it goes over it with you, and you help a lot.
I have a +7 to this, by the way.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, sure, I'll assist you.
22.
Thank you.
So, reading through it, you can go ahead and look up the contingency spell, and you know what it does now.
Ooh.
And yes, the symbol on the relic resembles the font or the writing and symbols on the scroll. But what's on the relic is mainly a rune, whereas the scroll has an actual text on it.
Okay. Okay. Well, this is the 6th level spell contingency.
Shouldn't we teach this to Thaddeus?
I mean,
Yeah, just give me like 6 more levels.
pretty cool spell. Pretty cool scroll. Very cool ethereal. Alright, so for now at least.
Oh, you can basically prep a spell. That's what it does.
Yep, lasts for 10 days.
Yep.
Oh yeah, you need to
None-
like. We should keep this around until you can learn it.
Yep. None of us can use it by default. Or are we able to use spell scrolls? Like, is anybody
We
able
can,
to use
but we
spell
have
scroll?
to make an Arcana check.
Oh.
We should keep this safe because this looks kind of frail.
For
Yeah.
a 6th level spell, that's a
That's a
DC 16 right there.
yeah, so we got 6 levels who are DC 16 to pull this off, but I guess it's something that goes in the back pocket.
I mean, we need to put this in the safest pocket we have because this looks frail as fuck.
So I have side pockets in the handy haversack. I won't bounce around with any other items if I put them in one of those little pouches.
Okay.
So away from the wisps and away from everything else, in its own little pocket, I'm going to put this spell scroll.
Very well.
We should try to get bare minimum 4 or more wisps. That way, because I have a couple ideas with them, not just haha throwing funny lightning bolts.
All right, we have the key, and I have to find out what's on the other side of that door.
Later,
Okay.
I walk away. I find the point with the highest ceiling.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah. Because that is my last spell slot. And I don't have Arcane Recovery.
Put a tiny,
Rest.
put a tower up. We're gonna try and sleep down here.
After the tower is completed, should nothing interrupt me, the entirety of the wall is fitted with sconces with torches. And on the inside, as Thaddeus walks in, it is completely light in there
Okay.
with little to no obstructions to cause shadows.
Okay, so no furniture.
The furniture is all low to the ground,
Okay.
like cushions and stuff. And there's also no windows. There's one door, one entrance. Thaddeus climbs up to the top, and similar to the bottom, top floor, everything is on the ground, and there are lights everywhere. His bed is a futon. And he closes the trapdoor with a single lock.
Okay.
And it's just like a bolt. It's not like a complex lock or anything. It's a I can slide this out of the way and climb down if I have to.
Alright.
Okay. So Thaddeus sets up his tower, and in the meantime, Danku's searching through whatever he found within the chest as you've gathered yourselves after the spell investigation. And that's where we're gonna end today's session.
Alright. Ooh. That was cool.
Dunku. I had a gift for everybody, but I guess I'll hold off until next session.
Is that the size of the tower?
10
Yep.
by 10.
Holy
It's a pillar.
isn't it? It's the pillar that you can live in.
Yeah, it's not really meant for a
Yes.
party.
Like, so how tall is it?
20.
It has 2 stories, right? Each 10 feet.
Yeah.
The ladder takes up like,
It's against the wall.
yeah,
It's not like it's sticking out.
true.
Hey, I'm a bit disappointed that Octave died. But
Yeah.
we
For a
got
second
it
there, I
for-
thought Octave was the name of the ghost.
Oh, now it
I'm like,
works.
what?
I think it's up now.
Yeah, I also, for a second, thought you named an enemy. I was like, oh, shit.
When?
When you said Octave.
Yeah, I
It's like,
thought
oh.
Octave was the name of the ghost.
Anyway.
Okay, you can finish your searches. Specifically talking to Danko. Next session. And there we go. So
Alright.
I'm just putting in a note real quick so I don't forget about anything.